Lifecoin, worth coin, stock coin, growing coin, Bitcoin, food coin, tax coin, Met coin, insurance coin, MC2 coin, Coco coin, global coin, FE currency backed by us, for us some coin. Interest coin never goes down, only up, the facet coin. If they sell enough to pay deficit, then all shareholders double triple their money and it grows. You are the deficit, then you produce steam interest coin. Can all the rich pay America's deficit, then work it down to never grow? There's no time but always to us. There's no not, there's only one.
Another truth goes viral. Another genius can't find the curve. They read one meme, they've cracked the code. Now they're the ones we don't deserve.
Rob,
they've got vibes, not verification. Echoes bouncing off their walls. But we came strapped with citations, and we're here to torch it all. No, Tesla didn't prove the earth was flat. No, gravity ain't just a theory, literally, bro. Yes, your vibes are valid, but your math is trash. And your pop-up flirts are drunk on lies. You want heat, you want facts, you want someone to bite back. Then take your charts, your dome, your fear, and get ready to crack. We don't run from facts, we bring the smoke. We break the myths, then raise a toast. Welcome to
Rob next.
The Drunk Debunk Show.
Welcome back to the Drunk Debunk Show. How's it going, everybody? You guys are blowing up my chat. I haven't even started yet. I love it. I fucking love it, guy. Awake Souls just went live with a TFE debunk. Nice. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is wonderful. Really quick, we gotta give mad props to Jim Daniels for the 10 gifted memberships. Great googly moogly. Thank you right off the bat. 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Jim. Those went to Steve6464, Wolf Squared, Golden Skeptic, Orion Cooper. Let's see, Vicodin Monster. Daniel McGuire, JB5114. We got Wafto Moen. Let's see, who else to go to? Volandis13, Michael Cooper. Yo, thank you so much for those 10 gifted memberships, guys. If you are here and you got gifted a membership, please give a good warm thank you to Jim Daniels. And somebody just showed up. You might know him. He goes by the name Dapper Dinosaur. How are you today, sir?
I am doing all right.
Beautiful. You're looking mighty dapper per usual here, sir.
Why, thank you. Yes, yeah. This is, of course, not my human suit that I used to call Mikey.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your human suit.
Yes.
That's good.
I am, of course, actually a dinosaur. The human suit is a disguise, obviously.
Well, I mean, yeah, duh. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this is a very convincing dinosaur. I mean, you have a blue tie on and everything. I freaking love it.
Dinosaurs have surprisingly good fashion sense. People don't know that.
Oh shoot! Well, I love your love for Power Rangers as well. That's really cool, and Star Trek, of course. We got Godzilla, Mothman in the background. This is good. I love this shit. What's that eagle thing and the two-headed eagle thing in the back there?
Oh, that's from Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, big Warhammer fan. I like it.
And also, there's some nods to the Dark Crystal on the set too.
Oh, a little Bowie fan, huh? All right.
Yeah, the little purple thing in the top left, that's the edge of the Dark Crystal, and the floor is the crystal chamber from the Dark Crystal.
Yo, let's go. That's sick. Oh, I love it. It's just like a little treasure trove of references. I love it.
Oh yeah, and it's always fun when people recognize ones that they haven't. It's the one that's the least recognized is the banner behind me.
Yeah, what's that from?
It's actually from the Boom Studios Power Rangers comic books.
Oh.
So you have to be like super deep into like the lore there to get that.
Yeah.
It's from like one storyline involving like alternate reality shenanigans.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I the only comic books I had from Power Rangers was when the movie came out. And,
yeah.
And the White Ranger was like a huge freaking deal. Oh, that was so cool.
But, the Boom Studio comics are actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remember.
Well, no, this is the current run. That's who's currently doing the current run of Power Rangers. So like that plot line happened, I think, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, all right. Wow. Okay. Well, that's sick. All right. All right. Cool. Well, Dapper, I've seen you around before. I have seen you on. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've talked to M2. Oh my God, MC Tune and FTFE previously, correct?
Yep. Actually, I have a pretty regular show with Craig over on my second channel, Top Hats Off. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, we play with a group, Star Trek Adventures, which is the Star Trek TTRPG, and he is a ex-Borg Klingon security officer.
He would be.
Yes. Yes.
He'd be the underdog turned good. I like that. Love it.
He's good at shooting things.
Yeah, he does mention that. I just didn't know it was with you guys, with you, Dapper Dinosaur.
Yeah. I run the game, and he's in there. There's a few other people who show up on my channel, or even a few of people who are just viewers of my channel who were like, "Yeah, I'll play."
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the whole D&D aspect of it, but it's not D&D, it's Star Trek. That's really interesting.
Yeah, generally speaking, if there's like a genre or a property or something that you're really into, you can find a TTRPG that's either directly for that or that's very easy to adapt.
Oh, see, I'm into the Harry Potter fan fiction. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's probably a game for that.
Just,
If that's your thing.
I'm just
If
kidding.
nothing else, you can just adapt to something else.
I love it. Really quick. So since I haven't really been following you that much. What's your background? Like, what got you into the debunking? Like, would you call yourself a debunker or just someone who like dabbles?
Probably, I don't know. I mean, most of my videos are debunking various claims from young Earth creationists, primarily Christians, not always. They're all there, but there is a bit more on there. Like I've done some stuff about Roger from Mud Fossil U. I did a rather amusing debate with Flat Earth, Aussie Jesus, Iron Horse, Ross, whatever the hell he's calling himself now.
Yeah.
That was the Flat Earth versus Flat Earth debate, where I took the position that actually the Earth is flat, but the South Pole is the center of it. And my big piece of evidence there was like, that better matches what Ross sees in the sky when he looks up. Because there, all of the motions of the stars and the sun actually works better from Australia if it's the South Pole. And of course, he was there trying to defeat the South Pole-centric flat Earth, but everything that he could say that is a good reason why that can't be true works just as well for the North Pole-centric flat Earth. So he had absolutely no option that he could actually, and he got really pissed off about it.
I can imagine. That's fantastic. Well, that's really cool. So what got you into debunking? Like, is it the same as me? It's just like fun to rack your brain every now and then.
So I was actually a young Earth creationist when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
And after finding out that like, not necessarily like the people that were like at the church I was going to, but like the people who were running the big organizations, the people who had the education to know better, that they were obviously just lying to me about these things.
Yeah.
It got me kind of annoyed. And so every once in a while I would go out and just watch some debunking stuff that talked about the thing I used to be a part of. Because, it's a little bit of catharsis. And then I realized I basically exhausted all of it. And I was like, well, I want more. And then I thought to myself, well, be the change you want to see in the world. So I started a YouTube channel. And I was like, I'll just do it myself if no one else is doing more of it.
That's cool. All right. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, I wouldn't say, well, I mean, I wasn't really that into, I investigate ghosts, and that's how my show started, and that's how I started debunking ghost videos, was because like I was like super into ghosts and stuff like that, and then I was like, oh well, all this footage on the internet is absolute trash, and I'm gonna debunk it. And then just one thing led to another, and then TFE was announced, and I was like, okay, I gotta get my reins on this. So.
I will say, I find ghost stuff like fun in the same way that like watching a horror movie is fun or something. It's like, ooh, look, a little spooky image.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's obviously all of that stuff is fake.
Yeah.
But it's, at the very least, I can say when I see it, I have fun with it. Unlike with like, someone telling me that evolution is fake because, I don't know, some nonsense they made up about like the chromosome 2 fusion site in humans. And I'm like, well, those are just lies.
Yeah.
And granted, the person who's like, well, you capture the spooky spirit, it probably lying too. But at least it's got a cool image that comes with it.
Yeah, you're not hurting anybody.
Right, like, okay, you want to believe in ghosts? Fine, whatever. You're probably not going to cancel, like, vaccine recommendations as a result of believing in ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas spreading pseudoscience nonsense about biology might get you to that point, which is, where the United States is, so that's fun.
Precisely. All right.
Mike Johnson has an author page on answersingenesis.com.
Mike Johnson? I don't know Mike Johnson. I'm sure I've heard his name.
The Speaker of the House.
Oh.
Of the House of Representatives of the United States. Second in line for the presidency after the vice president.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, he's an author for Answers in Genesis. Now, to be fair, he only wrote one article for them. Okay. But still,
like being involved in that at all is like, it's scary for someone in that much power anyway.
And that's one of the things is like a lot of the pseudoscience stuff, it's it's not so much for flat Earth, right? Because no one takes that seriously.
Right.
But for stuff like anti-vax stuff, young Earth creationism, all that stuff is actually there primarily to help drive political agendas. And so, like, don't think that it's just like, oh, someone believes the Earth is young. That's harmless. That comes with attendant other beliefs and attitudes, which are profoundly harmful in many cases, including just a general anti-science bent.
Yeah.
And the big difference between it and flat Earth is stuff like anti-vax and creationism. It's popular.
Right.
It gets a lot of people. Like, you look at polls of people in the United States, and it's like, it's only recently that the number of people who just reject human evolution completely has fallen below 50% in the United States.
Jesus.
Like, it is everywhere.
That's bad. That's that's not good. Jim Daniels, I have chills turned off because I have a guest tonight and I don't want to piss anybody off. But I appreciate the $2 super chat of you testing out chills. I have chills on this little lever right here, so I have it off right now. All right, well, sick. Well, thank you for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. You must be over in what in Mountain Time, is that right?
I am in Mountain. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because it's 7:20 for you now. It's 9:20 here. How long have you been following Mikey?
I'm actually not entirely sure.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I would just go check out to see what was on his channel, because I find it completely fascinating that he will take images that are obviously like sharpened and post-processed to hell from his cell phone camera.
Yeah.
And then claim that like he's filming like the actual firmament. And it's like, dude, you're just using an aggressive sharpening filter, but you don't know about it because you didn't choose it.
Right.
Because it's on your phone.
Yeah, because it's automatically post-processed.
Right. Like, what's coming out of that phone onto your screen is not what the sensor saw.
Right.
It's not how the phone works.
Exactly. And on top of that, I mean, we got Sam, and at one point we had Vlad and all that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff, like egging them on, like, yeah, all right, this is you're onto something here. And then,
well, the thing is,
yeah,
I get why, right? It's because he's consistently getting very unusual results that don't look like what people get when they take pictures of stars normally. And so if you don't want to believe that stars are what people say they are, if some guy is showing you pictures that he took of stars, allegedly at least, which,
right,
to be fair, I think he is zooming in on stars with his digital zoom and his post-processing and all the
right
atmospheric refraction, all that nonsense.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not untrue that he's taking pictures of stars. He's just taking abysmal quality pictures of stars.
Exactly, because they I mean, if we were to actually take a picture of a star, it would just be a pinpoint of light. That's the resolution we can make of a star, which is why, I don't think these people understand that like the sizes of what the size of a nebula is and what the size of a galaxy is that we're getting. So like they're like, oh, I want to see a video of a galaxy. I want to see you zoom in on a star, but also here's a galaxy. It's like, a galaxy is made up of billions and trillions of stars. Like that's as good as we can get.
And another thing is they always want to see like a real-time video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they tend to reject time lapses as just a series of pictures, which is weird because that's what all video is.
Right.
But I mean, look, they believe the Earth is flat, so they don't understand what videos are at a very fundamental level.
Yes.
You basically just have to assume that they don't understand anything at all, which is broadly true. And so the thing is, to get a picture of a galaxy, you have to put your telescope and not your telescope, but your camera, whatever you're using to take that picture, on a long exposure time.
Right.
That's why we have things like, mounts that track across the sky, right? Like equatorial mounts, stuff like that. And that's because if you've ever looked at a galaxy just straight through a telescope, which I have, I've looked at the Andromeda galaxy through that gigantic 4-meter across aperture telescope.
Yeah.
You can barely make anything out because it's so dim. The way you get those cool pictures is you set your exposure time to like 2 hours.
Right.
So what are you going to do for a video? If you just film it real time, you're going to see a hazy fuzz. And if you do a time lapse, they're going to say, well, that doesn't count. That's just a series of pictures that you took over several days. Like, yeah, okay. And it's like the same thing. It's like, well, why don't they take videos of stars? It's like, what is that going to do?
Yeah. And in Astronomy Live,
if I look at a star and it's just always a pinprick of light, when I film it, it's always going to be a pinprick of light. That's not going to mean anything.
exactly. I was told yesterday, in my comment section actually of my stream I did yesterday, last night, that we can actually see the closest star to us. I forget which one it is.
Proxima Centauri.
Yeah, probably. I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
But you have to use a filter for it because it can destroy your camera sensor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said in the comments. So they were risking.
I mean, I wouldn't know. But
they were risking
yeah.
their NASA status on it. So.
Oh man, NASA's gonna cut off all that shill money.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I get my shill money from the USGS. That's the United States Geological Survey.
Oh, nice.
I don't have to worry about any of that NASA red tape.
Oh, wow, man, lucky you.
I know.
I get.
My intro actually has a USGS sticker on it, like just pasted on one of the objects in the intro,
Nice.
just as an acknowledgement that I am actually a USGS shill because it's way better than being a NASA shill.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine the benefits there. And it's a smaller organization too. Well, actually, I would wait. Is it smaller?
They are. Yeah.
They are small. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're smaller in terms of like number of people or projects, but they certainly are not getting the budget of NASA because, I mean, what the USGS does is mostly go out and photograph and characterize rocks,
Right.
which is a lot easier to do than launching things onto other planets.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. So on that note, actually, there was a video I did of Vlad. He went to like Nevada or something, and he went to the Valley of Fire or whatever, and he was explaining how there were rocks with holes in them because they were melted by something. How does that make you feel as a geologist?
Well, okay, first, I'm not a geologist.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
But, so
Well, you're a dinosaur, so. And
I'm a dinosaur, which is, well, that's sort of like saying like, oh, you live in a house, so you must be a carpenter.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
So there's a few things. One, it is possible that there could be signs of melting in a rock because there are things that get rocks really, really hot.
Right.
However, the idea that like it's going to be like a nuclear blast or something, like unless you're at a nuclear test site, it's pretty unlikely. Now, I don't know exactly where he was. I don't know the context. So like, is it possible for someone to go to Nevada and find rocks that have undergone some kind of thermally induced transformation? Yes. Do I think that any of the conclusions that were reached as a result of that possibility are going to be reasonable? Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And also, I've also seen people just look at rocks that are clearly not transformed by heat and then just say that they are.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, okay. Like I've heard people say things like, oh, well, the rocks of this ancient city in South America were melted and placed in place as goopy liquid rocks. And it's like, well, like they're made of granite. We could tell if they had been melted because then they would be made of rhyolite because that's what happens when you melt granite and cool it down fast.
Oh.
But they're still granite, so no. And like that's all you have to do is like, well, it's not rhyolite, it's granite, so nope.
Very interesting. I didn't know that about granite, but of course there's a lot of things I don't know about. We got Patch Von Run. He said he did a contract stint with the Canadian Geological Survey at their geomagnetic lab. Wow. And Nick N wants to know if Vlad showed me his ticket to Nevada. He did not. I didn't actually ask
That's
for
a
it.
good point. Yeah. How do you know he even went?
Yeah, I know.
I found some creationists the other day who were questioning whether the voyage of the Beagle that Darwin went on actually happened.
Really?
Like, how do we even know the Beagle was a real thing, that it actually happened? I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, he documented the whole thing very, very, very.
Not just him. Like, there are records of like ships going places and like they received mail in different ports and they pick up supplies and ports keep track of what ships dock and take off and like all of these things. So like, there's a paper trail. And like, yeah, I guess everyone at all of these ports could have been in on it for some reason to fake a British exploration expedition so that because they knew that like centuries later Christians would be angry about it, I guess,
Yeah.
which is weird since most of them would have been Christians in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like is
So what you're saying is that Darwin kept his tickets.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
all
Darwin
right.
did keep his, well, other people kept them for him, but
Oh,
yeah, they were
perfect. All
preserved.
right. And Cody's speaking the truth here. Dinosaurs aren't real, so there we go.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I heard. Well, it's true because other than me, all of them except for the birds went extinct. But then JFK had all the birds replaced with robots. So
Yep, I knew it was JFK. That's why they had to
Yeah.
they had to take care of him because
yeah, it was revenge for the birds.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, sick. All right, well, the reason why I wanted to have you on tonight was A, to get to know you a little bit, and B, so that we could go over this. Oh my God, where is it? Here it is. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch myself.
yeah. You're gonna watch yourself. Hope we don't mind. Hold on.
No, it's fine.
I'm stupid, so just give me. Give me
Okay.
God damn it. I can never get this right. I can never get this right. Also, I need to stop sharing because I didn't share the audio. Hold on. Let me share sound. Here it is. I
This
got
is a
my
professional operation.
It is, and don't you forget it either. I mean, this is how good as it gets. How do I want to make you big.
Now I hear music.
Oh, you hear music? Oh, because you hear my. Okay, let me turn that off. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, I had the
I
background
was
music.
very confused.
All right, so you're gonna chill right down
Okay.
here. Look at you,
Good me.
beautiful. All right, sick. So yeah, so for the people who are tuning in and weren't here for last night's stream, Dapper Dinosaur, he's talking to Mikey and Sam about astrophotography and just kind of like poking their brains a little bit. And I loved the way that you were doing it, Dapper. And you came into my chat and I was like, yo, let's go. All right, so let's hear from the mouth of the person who was there. So I'd love to get like a little bit of your feedback on this, and I'll definitely be giving mine as well. So
Okay.
per usual. All right, let me get you. Actually, I'm just gonna move you a little bit over here.
So I do want to point out, like, my goal here was basically to just try to understand how it is that Mikey and Sam think what they do. Like, see, like, what's the thought process? Because obviously it's not going to make sense, right? Because none of it makes sense. But like, I wanted to try to figure out if I could try to understand how it is that they've arrived to this as something other than just deciding to be wrong, because that doesn't seem likely. Like, people don't normally just go out and they're like, you know what? I just want to be wrong today. And like, so I don't think that's what they're doing. There has to be some kind of like sincere core to what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like, they might be building up dishonesty around that, but there has to be something in there where like they think, no, I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
And I want to understand, like, how are you getting to this conclusion while trying at some level to do the right thing? Because I think they are.
Yeah, and I don't. And what part of me also is like, what are they gaining out of it? Like Mikey, like I truly believe that he has searched for a reason for his existence. And this is what he's landed on. Perfect. We know that he has a learning disability. We know that he has a 5th grade education. I mean, he said that himself. So like we get that. But and then there's everybody else, like Sam. What does Sam get out of this? Like, what
I
is
think
Sam?
for Sam, it's
Yeah.
a theological thing, right?
Yeah.
Because Sam is, as far as I can tell, he's a theistic Jew.
Yeah.
And so now one thing a lot of people don't know is a lot of Jews are not theistic. A lot of them don't believe in God or don't particularly care about the question of whether or not God exists, or they actively believe that there is no God, whatever. So there's a lot of positions on whether or not God exists and how important that is within Judaism. But Sam seems to be pretty clearly someone who believes that the God of the Torah is real, the Exodus is real, he actually gave the law to Moses on Mount Sinai, and whatnot. And therefore, he's taking a lot of what he believes straight out of the Torah and, the rest of the Tanakh,
Yeah.
which is, it's the same set of books as the Christian Old Testament. They're arranged a little bit differently, but whatever.
Yeah. And he's making stuff up about it too. Like he's,
he's trying to harmonize a lot of it, right? Because the thing is, the narrative in the Tanakh is not internally consistent, right? It's not even internally consistent in the Torah, right? Like you ask, hey, who bought Joseph from his brothers when they decided to sell him into slavery? And the story has two different answers, and it doesn't resolve which one is right. It just has two answers for you. So if you want to take that as like the actual literal truth, you're going to have to read a lot into it. You're going to have to take some bits and say, this is less important to me than this other bit, so I'm going to prioritize that bit and kind of gloss over this other bit. And but one thing that I do disagree with MC Toon on, and actually agree with a lot of the flat earthers on, is that the Old Testament says that the earth is, well, it heavily implies to the exclusion of the globe that the earth is flat in several places, including in Isaiah. I think Isaiah 40 is a very clear example where the Bible says, the earth is flat. And so I also think that the talking about the firmament, I do not agree based on both etymology as well as lexical entries in like the Hebrew Aramaic lexicon of the Old Testament, which is basically the best Hebrew lexicon for ancient Hebrew, as well as my talking with philologists about the topic that the firmament is a dome that's over a flat earth that's held up by pillars. That's what that is.
Right.
And so it's very easy to go from, well, I'm going to accept the stories in the Torah that are sort of core to this theistic Jewish identity about like the Exodus and Moses and whatnot. And if those are all really important historical events that I believe happened, then I'm going to believe all that stuff. So I think for him, it's really about taking his scripture as seriously as he can. And I get that impulse. I think it's wrong. I think most Jewish people would disagree with him that that's the correct way to interpret that.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not his rabbi. I'm not anybody's rabbi.
and that brings me to my point is that there's I grew up Catholic, and it was very heavily taught that the Bible was just a book of parables and stories to live by, especially like the Old Testament. The New Testament with Jesus and all that, that was heavily taught as truth in schools and in my Catholic schools. But we also took a science class. In science we learned about evolution. We learned about the globe and how the globe works. We learned about physics and stuff like that. So we were being taught religion in our the Bible in our religion class, and we had to go to church every Sunday. I was very heavily involved in the church.
I went to a Catholic school too.
Yeah.
I wasn't Catholic, but I went to a Catholic school.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a theistic school, I guess. I mean, you could just but obviously they teach.
I mean, the second highest attendance in terms of religious affiliation there was Buddhist. It was just a school that was significantly safer and had a better academic track record than the local public school. So a lot of people in the area who could afford it would send their kids to that school, regardless of the fact that it's a Catholic school. And the non-Catholic students would have to go to take the religion class with the Catholic student because it was a core part of the curriculum.
Right.
But my science classes, I learned about evolution. I learned about things like, the nebular hypothesis for the formation of the solar system, ancient age of the Earth, all that stuff.
Yeah, and history was taught as very specific to American history or world history. It was everything that you'd expect. In my experience anyway, was everything you'd expect in a regular school, like a public school, just with the added religion class.
That was my experience too.
Yeah, and Cody says I was never taught about evolution in science class. That's interesting. Yeah, that is unfortunate. But I mean, he just because he wasn't taught it in school doesn't mean he doesn't believe in evolution.
Oh no, of course not. Look, one of my regular co-hosts he went to not a Catholic school, but like an evangelical Protestant school.
Yeah, and
he was taught why evolution was dumb and wrong, actually.
Really interesting. Yeah. I mean, where was it on the Bible Belt?
I believe it was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
So no.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well,
but you can find pockets of people who are hardcore creationists just about everywhere. When I was being brought up as a creationist, I was in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Which is one of the last places you would expect to find an enclave of young Earth creationists, and yet there we were.
Huh. Interesting. Where in Massachusetts? Well, it must have been Western Mass.
No, it was Lowell.
It was Lowell.
Yup.
Oh well, all the creationists have been replaced with Cambodians. So
I mean, not entirely wrong. I believe it's like the second largest city of like Cambodians outside of Cambodia.
yeah, it really, dude. Like my kids. I think obviously I live in Lowell. My kids like.
Wait, hold on. You're in Lowell right now?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what?
Wasn't fucking expecting that one. Okay, sure.
Yeah, my wife grew up here. She's born and raised in Lowell. So,
All right.
And I met her, and I just moved in with her. So here we are.
I might know her. That'd be weird.
Oh my god. Quartus? Does that ring a bell? Quartus? Did you go to Lowell High?
I didn't go to Lowell High. I went to Lowell Catholic. I just told you that.
She went to St. Margaret's.
Oh, okay. So that was the school that was like the feeder school for Lowell Catholic.
Oh yeah, and then yeah.
See, I didn't. I only went to Catholic high school.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
So we probably missed each other there. In
Yeah,
that whole pipeline.
Yeah, she went to Lowell High, and then yeah, but she went to St. Margaret's. But anyway, yeah, that's a small fucking world, dude.
Weird.
Anyway.
Yeah, now I live in Tucson.
In Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah,
huh?
I got sick of the of all the snow.
Yeah, well, I got sick of it 10 years ago. But right
Yep.
now, I got sick of it when I had to start driving in it. And
I was working at a security company, and at one point it was like the second time in like 3 months that like all the roads have been closed unless you had a vital job securing like life and whatnot, which I did because the security company ran things like burglary and fire alarms and whatnot. So people died when we didn't do our jobs.
damn.
Or at least they could. And so like it was in like April or something, and there was another blizzard, and I started yelling at the sky from inside my car, and I realized, you know what? I should leave. I should just get out. This isn't healthy.
Oh,
I shouldn't be here.
I made that decision when I was driving my Sebring to my job at Best Buy in Leominster, and I got stuck in a snowstorm, and I drifted off into a ditch, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm moving to North Carolina, and so I started looking for jobs and interviewing for jobs down in North Carolina. I even had a place like all lined up and all that kind of shit because I had visited North Carolina once and I was sold that's where I wanted to be. I spent Christmas there. I spent 2 weeks there, and because my ex at the time, she had family down there, and we spent 2 weeks down there, and it was just gorgeous. It was
nice.
It was like fall time the entire winter. I was like, oh, this is so nice. So that's why I was like stuck on North Carolina. But now it sucks down there. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. But
it's one of the weirdest things about the United States. But like, as far as I can tell, the places with the best climates are also some of the shittiest places for every other possible reason.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Well, it's like you can have nice like public works and infrastructure and policies and all this stuff, or you can have nice weather, but you absolutely cannot have both.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. All right, cool. Well, that's awesome. That's really, really interesting that you spent a lot of time here. Anyone to school here. That's cool. That's cool. And I grew up in Groton, by the way. I went to Groton Dunstable. I don't know if you know where that is, but there's a Groton, Connecticut too, but we don't talk about that Groton. We talk about the Groton, Mass. But awesome. All right, so let's let me just address chat real quick because there's some really cool people here. I'm just gonna say hi to a few people that I see in chat. If you want me to say hi to me. We got Nick and CJ Lamoureux, CK. Hello, CK. We got Calder. We got Astro Kate is here. You know Astro Kate, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know that we've talked, but I know who Astro Kate is.
Gotcha. We got Eric Burns. Eric Burns, I think it's been a minute. We got Callie Badger Dude, Patch Von Braun, Cody, Jim Daniels, George Hans, Aldi, Icy Spin. We got Paul Schober, Jim. Let's see, I already said Jim. Harnold. Hello, Harnold. Bruce Wayne. The Bruce Wayne. Probing Time. We got Dan from Unfornicated. We got Lindsay and Dakin. All right, sick. All right, thank you all for hanging out. We're gonna go. I got Dapper Dan here. I'm sorry, Dapper. I'm Dapper Dan. Sorry. Isn't that like a SpongeBob thing?
It's something. I don't remember what it is though.
Oh, sorry. I got Dapper Dinosaur here. And he was on Mikey's show with Sam from Flat Earth Reconnaissance. And we're just gonna watch this together. We're gonna make comments on it. Just let me know when to pause it if you want me to pause it, and we'll go. All right. You're thinking Dirty Dan. Oh yeah, I'm Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan. Oh shoot. Yeah, you're Aldebaran, because I don't know how to say your whole name. Who you calling Pinhead? All right. Shit. All right. Here we go. Oh.
On telescopes, you don't have all these games of mirrors and reflection. You have some of them. It's very it's not made really to look at the stars. It's made to look at something here on Earth on the field. So it takes something that is not made to look at the stars, and he looks at the stars with it, and he couples that with a phone. So the thing is that again,
hold on, there.
Yeah,
it is so bizarre, and I was trying not to react in an offensive manner, but it's so bizarre to me that he's like, well, the reason Mikey is good at this is because he does exactly what you shouldn't do, because he uses the wrong equipment.
Yes.
And it's just like, how? Why? It's like, hey, your gardening is certainly different from everyone else's. As I look at your like field of weeds, it's like, what do you do? What do you do differently? It's like, well, instead of using a gardening hoe, I use this fire extinguisher. Okay, cool, I guess.
Good job. Good job. It's so good. Holy. Really quick, I gotta go over some super chats that snuck in here. Eva Producer $5 says, and if you doubt Mike is stupid, ask him about chicken water. Oh,
I feel like I don't want to know about this.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got very, very sick a little bit ago, and it was because I was defrosting chicken on the second shelf of my refrigerator, and I had
water, did you?
Well, and I had my water pitcher underneath it. So,
oh no.
so I did, and then like it wasn't until like I was very sick, like it was coming out both ends, straight water, and then I look at the pitcher and I see chicken water on it. Like, you know how yeah. So I was like, no fucking way, I did this to myself. I'm so
gross.
Stupid. Holy, yeah, it was bad.
Always defrost on the bottom shelf, man.
Always. Yeah, and you better believe all my chicken's on the bottom shelf right now.
Good.
Icy Spin for $2 says, I think Mikey is an atheist. Same for Sam. He talks about Sam. Mikey talks about the creator all the time, though. I don't know.
Yeah. In fact, earlier in this stream, he was talking about how like this is the work of the creator. He can do whatever he wants and whatnot. Yeah, so exactly. He might not be a member of like a mainstream religion. Like he might not be a Christian, or he might not be Muslim or Jewish or something. But
right, but he's definitely
he's a theist of some kind.
Then we have Jack Fighter for $5 says, so which priests have the gentler touch, Catholic or Young Earth? Well, my priest growing up was an alcoholic, so his name was Father Atwater. I'll never forget that guy. I was one of the lucky altar boys that didn't ever get fondled. But
okay. Do you remember who Cardinal Law was? He was at the center of one of the biggest like clergy abuse cover-up scandals.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had 2 conversations with that man before any of that ever came out.
Really?
Really?
Whoa. All right.
Yeah.
I wonder if
that was weird.
I wonder if my mom, because my mom worked for the church for 20, 30 years. I wonder. I mean, she had to have, and like growing up, when Cardinal Law was mentioned, I always assumed that it was something like Sharia law, Because like, I was like, I didn't know Law was the person's fucking name. So like, I was like, wait, Cardinal Law, like what? And so then I realized that it's the person, and like whatever. Then Icy Spin for $2 says, so which of the chirps is chirpiest chirper? I think only one person in chat can answer that. Then for $2, Jack Feder responds saying, Sir Icy Spin, you are cordially invited to blow me.
Well, at least it's a nice invitation.
It is actually. I would Jack Feder. What do you? Just give me a time. Nick N for $5 Canuck Buck says, if you put one lasagna on top of another lasagna, do you still have only one lasagna, or do you have two lasagnas?
Oh, that's easy. If you put them on top of each other while they're still unbaked, then you have one.
Right.
If you do it after you've baked them, there's two, because they have two different crusts from the top of the lasagna baking pan.
I like that.
That's how you count it. You count by crusts.
You count by crusts. All right, Nick N, I hope that answered that for you. And then Icy Spin for $2 says, hardest of passes, chirper. Wow. Well, you don't know what you're missing. And then Fitz a Rage 23 for $2 says, Dapper Dans are the a cappella group at Disneyland.
Oh.
Well,
Well, there you go.
All right.
I didn't even know Disneyland had an a cappella group, but hey.
I mean, what don't they have? I just
fair.
Just think of anything, Disneyland's got it. And they've had it for 20 years. Tops. Or max.
They even have Star Wars now.
Oh, dude, I know. I want to like, oh man. And they have the Tron ride. Oh, I'm like, if you don't know, I'm a huge Tron fan. I have the Unix command line that activates the quantum teleporter tattooed on my arm. And I also have the mark of the isomorphic algorithm on tattooed on my arm. And then I have the shitty Tron logo that I got in Miami. Yeah, it was. I'm a big fan. Jim Daniels for $10 says, for some of the chatters, I'm a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. Wow.
I feel like those must be song lyrics.
I think it is. It sounds like a country song since it brings up Kentucky. But thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that, Jim. Holy shit. And then we got Harnold for $5 says, starting a GoFundMe to pay for a vacation for Ixpin and Feder to work out their tension. One of those heart-shaped beds where you put quarters in.
Oh, that's very nice.
Dude, I thought those were just in movies, specifically Austin Powers.
But if the movie got it, they had to get it from somewhere.
That is true. Just like the cave paintings of all the aliens. They had to get it from somewhere.
Yeah, they're just not telling you where the cave is because they want to keep it secret.
Exactly. But these pictures, they leaked these pictures.
Yes, in a movie that was seen by millions of people. That's my favorite thing about conspiracy theory, like secret disclosures. It's like, so they're just telling you on TV that like the aliens are real, but like they're obscuring it somehow. Like, why would anyone do this?
Yeah, it's
like when it's like NASA put sex in the clouds. Like, why would they do that?
No, they're mixing up the whole sex and Disney movies though. Like, what was it? In Lion King, they didn't they
yeah, the clouds vaguely are kind of shaped like sex at one point.
Yeah, and then Minnie Mouse's sleeve looks like a big old pee-pee, and then the Disney castle or Cinderella's castle in the background on the VHS tape looks like a dong.
The fun thing about VHS, still the low resolution, that if you are just going by frame by frame and you're looking for things that kind of look like a penis, you'll find them.
You'll find the penis. You will absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you'll always find the penis. Absolutely.
But that's just you looking for penises and finding them because they don't really exist. But your brain is good at finding them if you want to find them.
Mr. Dinosaur, did you turn into a robot?
Oh, am I having a bad connection?
Yeah, I'm like, I can understand what you're saying. You just sound like a robot. It's insane.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I don't know. It just all of a sudden happened. Yeah,
it might be my connection. I'm looking at my audio levels now, and they're smooth on my end, so it's not the microphone. It's probably the connection.
All right.
If it keeps up, I'll try hanging up and calling back.
Yeah. Why don't you? I'll just click the link again. Just pop off and then come back in. I'll let you in. That was weird. Look, it's a little tiny me. I'm teeny tiny. Jim Daniels for $10 says starring in the Spin Fetter Vacation Trend Fund thing. Oh shoot. Yo, Roger that. How's it going? Sapphire, hello. Steve's Creepy Van is here. Wicked Pissa. We got Steel City, you're Victoria. How's it going? Sofa King. Awesome. Hello, welcome in, guys. Beautiful. All right, he's oh, here he is.
Hello.
Hello. Can you talk again?
Oh, this is Dapper Dinosaur. I am talking to do checks on the microphone to see how things are going.
It's still all fucked up. Why is this happening? Is it me?
I hear you clearly, so it's that doesn't make sense though.
It doesn't. All right, let me if I back out. Okay, let me back out and then I'll send you a new link.
Okay.
All right.
Like everybody.
All right, let's try this again. Like it's weird because like it's a good connection, but like it's just fucked up. All right, camera's working. Gotta do the test. All right, let's send him the new invite. Also, I don't know how I got so lucky tonight, but Grayson is still in bed. I don't know if he's asleep, but what I did was so he's in bed over here. I turned off all the lights. The lights are off. The TV is off. I have very soothing music playing on like the little Nest, and then I have a candle lit, but it's very high up and way out of reach. So like even if he like was to pull something and stand on it to try to get to it, he wouldn't be able to. And I have this camera so I can see if he's trying to get to the candle. And then what I did was I tied a cable to the foot of the crib, to the foot of the crib here, and then I closed the door, and then I pulled the cable to pull the crib in front of the door so he can't open it. So so there we go.
It sounded any better.
No, what the hell is happening?
Wait, check microphone settings.
Yeah. Well, unplug your mic and plug it back in or something. I don't know. It was fine up until like randomly a second ago. Jack Fetter says for $5, for fuck's sake, we're an hour in and we've got and all we've got to is that Mike was fondled by a priest, which probably led him to driving a fucking Sebring.
All right, I unplugged and plugged back in.
You're perfect. It's perfect.
There it is.
There we go.
Right.
Well, CK dropped $10 super chat. Holy moly! Oh, my wife's calling me. She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who was never. She grew up in the Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with the Indiana boys on an Indiana 9. Well, that's hold on, I gotta take this call. Give me 1 second. Hello.
Hello, chat. Dapper Dinosaur here. I figured that rather than dead air, I would say hello. I'm glad that the microphone thing is working. I don't know why that happened. That was weird. You know what it is? It's probably that I'm being thwarted by the angels from exposing or for trying to expose flat Earth when clearly it's actually correct. And so the creator is messing with me to stop me.
Yes, that's correct. Yep, God smited your microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Although he did a really poor job because all I had to do was replug it, take it out, and plug it back in. So like, do better, God.
Yeah, he's working on a lot. Okay, he's got other things to.
Very busy.
Very busy. Oh shit! All right, I fucked up again. I didn't share the. I wish I could just share computer sound, stereo, high fidelity. All right, cool. My wife just called. She went to a Christmas party tonight at La Belle Winery in Derry, New Hampshire, and for her work, which she hasn't been to in like 2 months because I don't know if you know, but she had back surgery. She blew her back out. She blew what is it? She herniated a disc, and she had to get surgery.
That's not
So
good at all.
but she's like walking a little bit now.
Okay.
And she's set to go back to work next Monday. So
Oh wow, that's okay. Good luck to her.
yeah, I mean, she's office manager for Gentle Dental. So like,
Okay.
it's not like she's
Not
like
working construction.
right. Exactly. She's gonna be sitting down a lot, but still, it's a lot of walking around and stuff. So, but she's a strong woman. She was a single mother to 2 girls, so she can handle anything that's thrown at her. I can tell you that for a fact. Harnold for $2 says Wesley G is late. Please restart the entire stream. Okay, well, Wesley, thank you for coming in. We can now start. This is Dapper Dinosaur. I have him on.
Hello.
Jesus Christ! All right, let me get you nice and big over here again. I love how crisp your video is. This is nice.
Thank you. Well, I'm using one of those nice, high def webcams.
Of course, from the Mesozoic period, of course.
Yes, yeah. The dinosaurs. We really perfected the webcam technology. you apes are. Well, you've got a lot to learn.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't pull up a top hat like you can. Then Motion of the Ocean guy, huh? Well, listen. Just because she says you don't have to do it like a porn star doesn't mean that okay, whatever. $2. Thank you so much for that icy spin. All right, here we go. Let's continue the video. And go.
That makes sense that he should see differently, and he does. So my point is this, and also for me, what's not logical, doesn't make sense, is that again with all these telescopes that cost a lot of money and that are supposed to be.
I'm gonna pause it. 5 seconds already. I love it when Sam comes on Mikey's show, and Mikey already knows that it's not his show anymore, and he just gets up and walks away. Like, this is every time that Sam's on the show or Vlad was on the show, he would just get the fuck up and walk away because there's no reason for him to be there. It's so good.
Able to zoom in and show you a better, a picture of the star. They all show you the same pictures of stars. All the stars look the same. Okay. And all they say is, oh, you see that star? Well, it's not that close. It's like a few, billions of light years away. Oh, look at that. But this is what they say. And even though if it was true, why not, focusing on the stars that are already close to see if we can see something else? But they don't do that. They never do that. You can look all over the internet. You can go all over the internet. You're gonna find like 3 or 4 pictures of Sirius from NASA. Nothing more. They don't focus on close stars.
When I looked through that telescope, one of the things that I looked at was Sirius. We actually looked at it while the sun was still up because it's bright enough.
See, that's really cool. That's cool that you can see Sirius during the day. That's pretty damn cool.
You need a pretty good magnification to get it to be bright enough against so you can notice it. But yeah, it was very cool to see Sirius against a blue background instead of a black background.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I guess that would make sense. I cannot understand much. Yeah, let me slow it down. There's no reason to have to speed this up. This is only what, like an hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. There we go.
If you have a really big.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
When he asked that question, it's one of those things where it's like, well, lots of stars have pictures taken of them, right? Because we do this thing called spectroscopy, right? Where we try to figure out what is the star made of in terms of its metallicity, its specific actual elemental composition, how big is it, what's its temperature, all that stuff. And all that can come through with a stellar spectrum.
Right.
And so we actually do take a lot of pictures of a lot of stars, but the thing is that they're all point-like sources of light. So in terms of putting them into a PNG or a JPEG and dropping it online, yeah, they're all going to look the same.
Yeah, that's what it's going to look like. And I think what he wants it to look like is the sun. Like, the reason why we can get such high definition video or pictures of the sun and videos of the sun is because it's so fucking close. It is so close to us in comparison to the other stars. Like it is like we're talking millions of light years, or thousands of light years, I think.
Well, so our closest star is about 2, but still the sun is 8 light minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's, think about taking a walk for 8 minutes. And then think about that as the distance from the sun to the earth, right? Mm-hmm. And then think about taking that same walk, never sleeping, never stopping for rest, never stopping to use the bathroom for a year solid, and how far you would get.
Yeah,
That would be the distance to the next nearest star.
that's crazy. I mean, you could at least
Actually, no, 2 years. Sorry, 2
Yeah,
years.
2 years, yeah,
you
yeah.
have to keep doing that.
word. Proxima Centauri is four light years away.
Was it 4? Okay. Well, in that case,
still,
yeah.
it's still,
Imagine
that's
it's even
still pretty.
twice that long, right? Like it's the difference is just so vast that for someone who isn't like really good at things like math, right? It doesn't mean anything anymore. Right? It's just a big number.
Right.
And that's a problem that science runs into a lot when it comes to science communication, right?
Mhm.
Is a lot of the values are not things that people can conceptualize easily.
Right.
And so that actually comes up a lot of times with young Earth creationism, because young Earth creationism is usually about 6 or 7 orders of magnitude wrong, which is numbers are hard to understand, right?
Yeah.
So,
especially the bigger, the more zeros there are, the worse it gets.
right. So it's the same level of error as looking at someone who's like, 50 years old and saying, I'm going to guess that your age is a little bit under 2 minutes. And that's the kind of error that we're talking about. And that's the same problem that Mikey and Sam have, is the amount of difference between the distance from the sun to Proxima Centauri is orders of magnitude. And they don't understand how that works in practice. And they've decided already that because they don't understand it, it must be something that people are just making it up to make it hard to understand.
Right.
And so if you try to make them understand it, they're just going to ignore you because you're one of them.
Yeah. And big numbers are scary. And that's like
We actually have a drink trigger for big numbers, therefore God, on my channel. When apologist just says, oh, look at this gigantic number I calculated. That means God must be real. It's like, well, that's not an argument, but okay.
Oh man, colonoscopy requires a hole. That's true. Sorry.
I came up with a number so big it proves God. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I mean, so this is a little personal thing. I mean, I was up until I can't say that I'm not still a Christian. Excuse me, but the more I learn about space, the more I believed in a God. But then like I really started like getting into like Planet Peterson and Professor Dave and all that kind of stuff, just like completely destroy creationists and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know anymore, man. I'm all
not here
fucked
to tell
up.
people to believe or not believe in God. I don't personally care whether or not anyone in particular believes in God.
Yeah, well, I'm not shoving it down anyone's throat though.
if you're gonna tell me though that because you calculated some gigantic number, therefore it proves God, and you should be like, and your version of Christianity should have like political power, which is where it ultimately goes. No, go fuck off.
Yeah,
that's an insanely stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
And also, no, you shouldn't be in charge. If for no other reason than that you tried to make that kind of argument.
Exactly. Jim Daniels says for $5 says Mikey says space is fake because the sun doesn't light it up.
Actually, that's a thing that happens in this, is like he can't understand the idea of a satellite reflecting sunlight if the sun has set.
Right. Right. And when Reds and I saw the it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and the sun still wasn't up, and we could see the ISS clear as fucking day. It was the brightest thing in the fucking sky. Blew my mind because it was still night, but I could see this space station so fucking bright. But it's because it was in the perfect place, far enough from the Earth, that it was being illuminated by the sun. It was seeing the sunrise before we were, because of its elevation. Which is so cool to think about. And again, for $5 Connect Buck says, fun fact, there are more hydrogen atoms in a single molecule of water than there are stars in the entire solar system. Is that true?
Well, how many stars are there in the solar system?
Oh, 1. God damn it. I've been had. Oh, God damn it. Jack Feder for $2 says, sun is 1 AU from us. The nearest star is 268,000 AU, astronomical units. Actually, I don't know if you know this, Dapper, but did you ever go to the Lowell Folk Festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was actually in the Lowell Folk Festival this year,
Oh.
and I had a booth, and I was in the kids area, which is brand new this year. Or this past year was the first time they ever had like a specified street. It was Merrimack Street,
Okay.
and so I was on the kids street with the Drunk Debunk show and all that. I had to do TDDS, like they didn't want me to advertise being a drunk show, stick to a bunch of kids. But I had this kid come on, and what I did was on the first day I had a bunch of like little experiments and stuff that the kids could do, and they loved it. It was a lot of fun. But
nice.
and then the next day I bought a fuck ton. I went to Michael's and I bought a fuck ton of like different size foam balls and a bunch of different paints and like glitter and all that kind of stuff. And I had kids make their own planets. So like they painted their own planets and stuff, and they had like little stories for their planets, and then they would walk around with these cool ass fucking planets, and then all the other kids are like, oh, where'd you get that? Oh, where'd you get that? And it was like, oh, that guy over there. So then I got flooded and I ran out before I even, and I was the only one running the stand. So like I had just lines of kids coming. It was all live streamed. It was really cool. It was awesome fun. But there was this one kid that came up, and I asked him, do you know how far away the sun is from the earth? And he goes, oh, it's 1 AU. And I was like, how the fuck this kid was like 8 years old. I'm like, how do you know about, and then he goes on and like starts talking about all this other shit. And I was fucking dumbfounded. I was like, dude, you got, and the parents were like just standing there like with their arms crossed behind him, like just being like, yeah, I know.
Look, sometimes kids get an interest and they learn a lot about it.
Yes. Like my daughter is kind of the same way. Like she picks, like every 2 weeks she has a new hobby, and she learns everything there is to know about that new hobby, and then moves on to the next one. She learned. She asked me for my tarot cards one time. I have a set of tarot cards, and then she learned what every single fucking card means.
Wow.
like I was like, okay,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, no shit. And like she would, like I was driving her down driving her somewhere, and she goes, oh, that reminds me of the hangman card, and which means this and this, and but if it's reversed, then it means this and this. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, god damn. Kids are smart, man. It drives me nuts. I can't even. But Jack Fetter wants to know about the whole Sebring thing. Way to butch up your image after the whole Sebring thing. I was in a folk festival. Yo, look at that British coaster guy. Just sub to the channel. Thank you, British coaster guy. And then Icy Spin for $2 says 9-volt is one compartment away from a chirpless environment. Thank you for the $5, Jack. Thank you for the $2. Then we got that Jack says $2 this for the AU. Yeah. All right. Cool. Hey, man, I'm having so much fun, dude. This is a great conversation. I agree.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. It's like, all right, let's get another 5 seconds into this video before
aperture on your reflecting. You can actually see it in the daytime while the sun is still up. So that was pretty cool. I got to see a star that wasn't, that was out in the daytime.
And then the one thing, just the one thing is with a telescope, you're coming back and way back and way back to, you're getting a huge telescope to what? I want to see one star, not 15 million stars. So
sorry. That's what you get when you actually do astrophotography.
So that's one of the things that people don't seem to get, right? When you zoom in in space, you don't see like fewer bigger stars. You just see more stars, and what you're actually seeing is the stars that were too dim to make out before you amplified it that much. Because one of the things is, with a telescope, amplification is the same thing as brightening. When you make something bigger, you can only do it by grabbing more light from a small area.
Right.
And so when you zoom in, what you are doing is you are going to be able to see the additional stars that were too dim before.
Exactly.
And so there is no such thing as zooming in on just one star. However, because what Mikey is primarily doing is not zooming in with some big powerful lens. Instead, he's just taking his cell phone and using the pinch
Yeah.
to zoom in, which is
Exactly.
primarily a digital zoom. In fact, later on in this, he shows me a picture of a satellite that he took a picture of.
Ooh.
And there's very obvious pixelation that
Mhm.
has later been gone over with some like blur and then subsequent sharpening passes and whatnot to try to get rid of how pixelated it looks. But it's still very obviously there because he zoomed in with his digital zoom
Oh.
to a tiny streak of light. And it's like the reason you're not getting background stars is because they're too dim and you haven't actually zoomed in. You've just taken a small part of an image and blown it up. But
Right.
if you know anything about like how JPEGs or PNGs or even like EXR works, right? It's a set of pixels. You can't go between the pixels. There's nothing other than the pixels.
Right.
You can make the pixels big and then you can blur them, but fundamentally you cannot get information that was not recorded on the pixels in the first place.
Correct.
And I don't think he gets that. And to be fair, I mean that's also true for film, right? Because film has grains. And between the grains, there's just nothing there. But at least most film grain is like higher resolution than even very high-end cell phone cameras.
Yeah.
So cell phones are always lying to you.
Absolutely. And I mean, even with all the megapixels and all that kind of shit, you can only gather so much information,
Right?
which is why you need telescopes. This is a very specific tool for a very specific reason.
And the thing is, but he rejects it because it shows more. It shows too many stars.
Right.
But he doesn't understand why that happens.
Exactly.
And he doesn't seem to want to. He seems to have this idea of like the results he wants, and then he's going to get those results no matter how inappropriate the technique is, because if it gets the results he wants, that is the evidence that it's the right technique. But that's not how you do things like science, right?
Right.
You try to figure out, okay, what is the best way to gather the data regarding whatever phenomenon, right? What is the most accurate way to get it? What is the most like high resolution version of this data set that I can get within reason? And then you just see what comes out of that, right? You don't go around and say like, well, that wasn't what I was expecting, so I'm going to use a different set of tools to get what I was expecting.
Right. Exactly. Well, I mean, that's basically just starting with a conclusion and then finding ways to fulfill that conclusion.
That's one of the commonalities in pseudoscience, whether it's flat Earth, whether it's anti-vax, whether it's like new age crystals are going to heal your cancer, whether it's flat Earth, whatever it is, right? It's always, okay, here's the conclusion I want to reach. What can I do to make it look like I've gathered evidence in favor of that?
Right. You know, that actually brings me to a couple of years ago, a couple of Christmases ago, I got my stepmother at the Fezolian Mall. They have like these crystal stores like that. Yeah. I mean, they come in and out like it's great, whatever. So I got her like this little tree, this copper wire tree with all these different crystals all over. It was really pretty. I got it for her because it was pretty, right?
Look, crystals are pretty. I'm not going to tell anyone not to buy crystals. They're awesome.
Yeah. And so like, and then the next time I see her, she goes, "Oh, I put it by my bed and I never slept better." Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you never slept better? And then she shows me the little pamphlet that comes with it. And it tells her, it tells her that she that this is the expected result of these crystals being next to you in bed.
Oh, good.
It's like, oh, come on, dude. You were told this, so therefore you're just gonna think like you're just gonna like, come on, dude. Like if you put it by your bed and didn't read that, you would have no idea.
Right. This is my thing with like crystals and like what is it? Essential oils and whatnot and stuff like this. Like, look, okay. Those things are not going to be clinically effective in terms of like altering your biochemistry or acting in any way like medicine. However, it is the case that if you are happy and you are content and you are at peace, that is better for healing. And if looking at crystals and smelling nice smells helps you be happy and content and at peace, then it will promote healing, and go for it. But do not think that your crystal tree or your lemon scents or whatever are going to fix like your rash or your cancer or your broken bone or your anemia. They're just not.
Right.
But again, being in a good state of mind helps with healing, so go for it.
Exactly. And like, and that the same thing about religion. I feel like if you, or like even mediums, right? If you lose someone that's close to you and you really miss them, and then you go to see a medium and they tell you, oh, I talked to your daughter or whatever who passed, and they said, don't worry, I'm happy, and all that kind of stuff. If that brings you closure, make your day-to-day like life a little bit better, then go for it, right? It's not hurting anybody, it's not damaging anything. The only thing that is damaging is their bank account, obviously, because mediums are fucking, they gouge people. They're fucking grifters like a motherfucker. But like overall, like if it gives you a little sense of like, okay, I can breathe, I can move on, and I can be happy again, you know, like all for it, right? But it's when things get damaging and they get addicted to this, right? Like all that kind of stuff. Like they want to go to this medium every week and pay $2,000 a session for them to tell you that your future is either fucked or is okay, and then you come back next week and I'll give you a new episode of your future, you know.
Yeah. And then you spend your life looking for signs that the medium was correct in the first place.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, you're going to meet someone new tomorrow.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I went and there was a new barista at the coffee shop. She was right. Maybe that's what that means.
Oh, man.
Or it could just be that most days, if you go out into public, you're going to see someone you've never seen before.
Yeah. Rob Hoyle says, I was addicted to placebo. I can see that though. I mean, that kind of goes along with the whole conversation of like religion. Yeah, we're gonna pussy. Yeah. Well, I mean, to an extent, you know. I mean, whatever. I that's a whole other conversation for another day. But yeah, I mean, to an extent, it's like the placebo of these crystals help me sleep a little bit better. You know, but if you make your identity that crystals make your sleep better, or crystals do this or that, or this or that, and whatever, that's where it gets dangerous. But it's a rocky road, you know. All right, cool. All right, let's
I've had my eyes closed for so long.
Oh yeah, you have. You look like, wow, you're not like my son. Like, I'll tell you that for tonight. I have been keeping a close eye on this camera here, and he has not gotten out of the bed at all, so he must be asleep. My strategy tonight was I brought him home. I took him out to I had to do some errands after I picked him up. I had to go to the bank and get some money out, and then I had to go, you know, get my nicotine and all that kind of stuff. So I brought him with me. And then I brought him home. I dimmed all the lights in the house to 40%. On the TV, I didn't put cartoons or nothing. I put soothing, calming music with like bubbles and stuff on the screen. I gave him a fuck ton of his favorite food. He ate a shit ton of food. And then I was like, okay, it's time for bed. You know, I'm just talking to him all nice and low and quietly, and then I bring him to the bed, and I warm up a bottle of milk for him. I warmed it up so he has nice warm milk to lay down, and then he doesn't like to sleep alone. So at 7 o'clock, I'm laying in bed pretending to sleep, waiting for this motherfucker to fall asleep. And then he starts jumping around on the bed and like jumping onto me and like being like, daddy, wake up, daddy, wake up. And I'm like, fuck. But I just ignored it. And I rolled over to like ignore him. And then he gave up. And then when it was like 8:40, I go, okay, daddy's got to go now. And he's still awake, and I tuck him into the bed, and then I like quietly leave, and then I close the door. He ends up coming out, and then I email you being like, hey, I'm gonna be a little late because I still had to go to the liquor store, you know, to go get some booze, and then I come back. I'm sorry. So then he comes out after I email you, and then I put him back to bed, and I go, okay, Grayson, like, stop it. And then that's when I rig the crib to close the door, and then because there's a candle on in there, and I have him locked in there. I went to the liquor store with the camera on my cell phone, like, just to make sure he wasn't getting out of bed, and here we are. It worked.
Nice.
It worked. Oh, anywho, all right. So parenting tips from Mike over IP. There you go. Unsolved Vixen. Hello. The liquor store. I don't think I want to go there. Or the Packy.
That's an extremely Massachusetts thing to say.
I should have said the Packy then. All right, here we go. Let's continue. Let's open your eyes.
So I'm going to come in
There they are.
with my binoculars and zoom in to the star, so it's right there. Only one star, not the entire sky. Okay.
Shouldn't that mean then that you're worried about the field of view rather than the physical size of the
Yes,
whatever
exactly.
it is?
Yeah.
So, how do you know that? I guess I don't know what the field of view of that telescope was. To be fair, how do you know what the field of view of your binocular is? I assume it's on the packaging or whatever.
So this is me
Just by the
trying to
size
get
of-
him to figure out, like, what does he actually think is different? Because it seems like when he's saying, like, I don't want to get back, like, it seems like he's thinking, like, the length of the telescope is what's determining, like, how much of the sky it's taking in or something, which isn't how any of it was. It's very hard to figure out what Mikey means, right? Because the thing is, I think he has ideas in his head, but the problem is that he doesn't know what any of the actual terms are, right? Like, Mikey doesn't know what field of view is.
Mhm.
He doesn't know what an aperture is. He doesn't know what, like, amplification means in real terms, that he could use math to figure out, like, the differences between two different kinds of magnification and whatnot.
Right.
And so he seems to have an idea as to how things do work, but because he doesn't know any of the actual terms for anything, and because it's pretty obvious that he doesn't actually understand how they really work, he can't communicate that very well. And so because remember, I'm really not there so much to argue, which, I mean, I do argue a bit, but I'm really there to try to figure out what is actually going on.
Right.
Because I find that really fascinating. And it's one of the things that I always struggle with a lot of pseudoscience and conspiracy theories and stuff, is like, I want to understand what you're thinking when you think these things. Because for me, it's very hard to picture myself believing these things after having been exposed to information. Because that's all it took for me to stop being a young Earth creationist.
Right.
Was I was exposed to more information, and I was like, oh, well, this is all well supported with, like, facts and data and numbers,
Empirical
and math
evidence. Yeah.
right. And this is just a bunch of stories, most of which I've actually found are just not true.
Right.
In terms of, like, it's not actually physically possible for there to have been a Noah's flood as described in the Bible.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, well, I guess that was wrong. I'm gonna believe this thing that's backed by evidence. But apparently, I'm weird like that. Most people don't do that.
Right, because when you're raised to believe a certain thing, I mean, there's a lot of things that go along with it. Like, oh, it's like almost like a appeal to consensus in your circle, right? Like, oh, my parents told me this, so therefore, I mean, they wouldn't lie to me, right? Or it's.
Well, and I don't think they did lie to me. I think it
Right.
was other people who were telling them lies.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, and then I mean, there's all these people that believe in this, so therefore it must be like, I go to church, like, we all believe the same thing, and then like why shouldn't I believe it? And that was a huge thing with me in Catholicism, was like, I mean, you surround yourself with people who have the same belief system. So like you get stuck in this, okay, it must be true because I grew up in it. Like, it's like almost like an Amish kind of thing. Sorry, there's family stuff going on. Nothing bad. Tomorrow night is dinner with my dad for Christmas. So yeah, we're they're trying to figure out what time is good. All right, we shall continue.
Again, with the lens on it, I've got 80 millimeters, and getting
those
I don't
nails,
think
though.
getting bigger is much
Yeah, I don't know what that
difference.
is.
You want the zoom, the magnification.
Right.
Because I have 20 times magnification. Sam, what do you have? 40. He has 40 times magnification. Now, if I had those binoculars, I would see through the filament. I would.
Of course,
lose
I
my
had
mind.
206 when I was at the observatory.
No,
so,
you had 260.
Let's do 60. Yeah, okay. So like it's, and that's the thing. I don't know what he means by I don't want it to be bigger. I want it to be like more zoomed or something or closer or something like.
Yes.
Those aren't words that mean anything in this context.
Right.
But Mikey thinks they do. And it's really hard to figure out what Mikey's actually saying. Because one of the things that I don't want to do is just rattle off a bunch of jargon and say, well, Mikey, you're wrong because, you know, you're talking about, you know, magnification and the difference in the field of view is this. And the reason you're not seeing stars is because of you're using digital zoom, which doesn't actually capture any additional, like, because all that's going to go over his head. I really want to try to figure out what he means and see if I can give him like just something to think about.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't think I succeeded.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you did a better job than me when I tried talking to him. But Icy Springs asking the real important questions. Can your baby T-Rex arms remove your top hat?
Oh, well, first of all, those are baby Ceratosaurus horns, arms, not T-Rex arms. So that's an important distinction.
Icy
right
Spin,
there.
get the fucking shit right. All right, go on.
Right. The other answer is no. That's why I have a butler.
You have a butler?
Yeah.
What's his name? Is it? Don't tell me it's Alfred.
Oh, look, he's not been publicly named on the channel. I don't know if he's comfortable with that, but I can say that he is a triconodont, which is a kind of Cretaceous mammal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. A Cretaceous mammal. All right. So it's warm-blooded.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, if you want to hear his voice, it's on an episode of Flurfs or Idiots over on Craig's channel.
Ooh. It's been a while since he's done one of those episodes.
Yeah, but I was on, I think, like episode 1 or 2 or something. Like, it was a long time ago.
Oh, sick. All right. Well, that back when he was just getting started, huh? Interesting. Yep. Well, all right. All right, let's continue.
Kind of way, because I would take that one star and now I'm double the closeness to it.
Double the closeness.
The only problem is that I never tend to use them. I'm like, I spend a lot of money for that. Now I just got everything I need, and I'm gonna try to do my homework because.
Like, imagine if he spent all that money he spent on those fucking binoculars on a fucking telescope. Like,
the thing is, he did once. He bought a telescope.
Yes, he did. I even helped pay for that telescope.
And then he just stopped using it because he was getting the results that everyone gets when they look through a telescope.
Exactly. And then he was like, "Nope, I don't like it." He put it together, used it once, and then set it up and returned it. I'm like, God damn it, dude. I mean, I only put in like $10 in a super chat, but which, you know, he only gets 70% of, but whatever. But yeah, still, yeah.
Yeah, it's, and the thing is, I knew that was what was going to happen when he was like, I'm getting a telescope. I was like, he's not gonna like it because it won't give him the results he's looking for.
Right. And
because he's looking to get the wrong results.
Exactly. Yeah, he's starting with a conclusion. And Bruce Wayne says, "No, Alfred is my butler." That's my bad, Bruce Wayne. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Although, in a strange possible conspiracy, they have in fact named more than one baby boy Alfred in the history of baby boys that have been born. Yeah. There has in fact been more than one Alfred in the history of the world.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, are you telling me there's more Michaels too?
Yeah, actually. We've already talked about I think 2 of them.
Oh yeah,
we've talked about Michael Toon, and there's also Mikey Smith, who I found out the reason I couldn't find his court documents is because Smith isn't his actual last name.
No, it's Allen.
Yeah, and it's very strange to me that someone named Michael Allen, which is a perfectly fine, perfectly normal name, would then just decide, like, you know what, online I'm going to be Michael Smith.
Yeah.
Which is just a different, perfectly fine, perfectly normal name.
Right.
And I just, like, okay, I guess you can do that. That's fine. It's just, like, why?
Yeah, I think he was trying to do, because well, we know MC Toon, his real name isn't Michael. is also, his name also is in tune. But surprisingly. But anywho, but yeah, I mean, I feel like he like picked Mikey Smith because it's like Agent Smith with the Matrix.
Oh, okay, maybe that is it.
You know, so
But
like,
then, wouldn't he want to identify with Neo and not the the government overlord types?
no, Vika already did that. Vika took the Neo thing.
Oh, okay. So he's just trying to ride on those coattails, but he doesn't want to copy exactly.
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like Mikey has about as much media literacy as he has skill with astrophotography.
Possibly. All right, here we go.
But the thing is that, again, the question is that, how come all these telescopes do not show you the structures that, of the stars that Mikey show? And again, at first you can say, oh, it might be some kind of an anomaly, some kind of an aberration, from the phone, from whatever. But then when you analyze things, you see that it cannot be, because first of all, there are no such aberrations, recorded nowhere.
Right, because people are using the right tools. So what he's getting is the separation of the light spectrum in these twinkling stars. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but like that's what I see is literally like almost like a prism, right? Like it's you're seeing the entire light spectrum in this twinkling star.
Yeah, it's a combination of a number of things. There's refraction from the atmosphere, which is different temperatures and it's always flowing around. That's what causes twinkle in the first place.
Right.
There's dispersion through the lens of the binoculars on both the front and the back.
Mm-hmm.
There's dispersion through the lens of the camera. There's also the various ways that the camera tries to enhance the image, which normally is just to make an image that's a little bit nicer to look at and clearer.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're taking images of like low contrast things with like one little high contrast thing, a lot of those post-processing steps get a little bit confused, if you will.
Right.
And so there's a lot of like sharpening and blurring and filters that get put on top of things. And so when you combine all that together, what you're getting, here's what it's actually a lot like, right? You ever see people who are like, oh, look, that just proved that President Obama is a lizard because his pupils went vertical.
Right. Yeah.
And it's actually just a compression artifact from the way that like video is compressed to be sent out. It's that kind of thing, right? Like you're getting every single step here is introducing errors, right? And to some extent, errors are going to be inevitable no matter what you do, right? But when you compound them and then you don't ever think about the fact that you're compounding all these errors and how you could correct for them, or that they might be causing some of these problems, yeah, you're going to get weird results. And if you take them at face value, you're going to get the wrong results.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, is actual professional astrophotographers know about things like the dispersion of light, chromatic aberration. They know about things like different lens films that can cause light to scatter in weird ways when you zoom in really close. They'll know about things like atmospheric interference in terms of things like twinkling and whatnot. And yeah, and it's like it's not super surprising that Mikey gets these weird geometric shapes, because lenses are made out of regular geometric shapes. In fact, if you look at the shapes that he gets, a lot of them look lens shaped. They look lenticular. Well, a lot of that might have to do with the multiple lenses that are going through that are not designed to film stars.
Right.
That are going to introduce lots of lens distortions and weird lighting effects, and like light that's bouncing around inside the lens is another thing that sometimes he captures. You can actually tell, because sometimes there'll be a gradient where there's no obvious light source, but there's a gradient anyway. That's because there's light bouncing around inside the camera. Right.
And that would explain the white dot that he mentions, that it shows up like before like all the other energy waves do. It's like, because it's just a reflection of the brighter area in the middle that's being reflected on another part of the lens, which is which revealed itself to just be this little white dot.
Yeah, and I would love for Mikey to audit a photography class, not even an astrophotography class. There, I can say it.
Yeah,
just like a regular old, like, this is a school that has a photography section of their like arts department or whatever. Just go sit in the back of the class. You don't have to pay for it. Most colleges will let you just sit in through a class and even let you talk to the professor afterwards if you have questions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just do that. Just do that for a photography class, Mikey, if you ever watch this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he will, but
He won't.
well, here on top of that, so there's a few points I want to make here. First, he hasn't been able to replicate that image of Sirius. And because, I mean, that was with his old phone. So he got a new phone. Well, he's actually got 2 new phones. He got a really nice Samsung phone, but it was taking better pictures, clearer pictures.
Oh no.
Than his old phone. So he was like, "Oh, I don't like this phone because it's not giving me the same results." So then he backtracked to like another phone. If I'm incorrect, please correct me, chat. So I don't know. I mean, that's what I understand happened. On top of that, I forgot what my next point was. Oh, and then but he did go to he went to an astronomy class at one of the observatories in like Assiniboia or somewhere in that area where he lives, and all he did was heckle everyone there, and he live streamed the entire thing, and then he took pamphlets and threw them on the top from the top of this banister or whatever, all over this museum, all over the observatory, and littered all over the fucking place. So like, and live streamed him doing all this.
Do they not have littering laws out there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a private place, and actually, what's really funny is he was hiding in a staircase because people were after him to get him out of the observatory. And
oh my God.
What's amazing is he was live streaming this whole thing. I forget who it was. I think I know who it was, but I'm not going to name them. They actually called that observatory and told their security where he was hiding. but unfortunately he had already left by the time that they came to check that area. So good. You can't make this shit up, man.
I wonder if the lawsuit will change anything about his behavior, because I mean, he's not going to win on appeal.
No.
Like, I read the complaint. It's okay, look, I'm not a lawyer. Nor am I Canadian. However, it's not even like good English, never mind a good legal complaint. Right?
Right.
And it's like and that was after months of going and having revisions done as suggested by what I think is a law clerk. What Mikey says he has a lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as I can tell, what he has is a law clerk who will help him sometimes, because well, officially, when you go pro se in court, you're not supposed to get extra help from the court. They're supposed to treat you as if you were a lawyer, and you're just expected to just know all of the things because you're expected to just have done your research before you do this. In practice, judges and law clerks and whatnot are usually going to be pretty lenient, and they're going to say things like, oh, hey, you forgot to date all these pages, or you forgot this formatting thing that we require, or something like that, right? And so for months, he was like, oh, yeah, I've got another legal appointment with my lawyer. There's something I have to fix on the complaint. And I'm like, there's no way that Mikey is paying a lawyer for this. And there's no way any lawyer is going to take this on pro bono, because it's an absolutely insane case that they're going to lose.
Yes, exactly.
So the only thing I can think of is that he's going to the federal courthouse and that some poor law clerk is there.
Yep.
Who has to help him through the process of just getting the paperwork filed properly,
and then leaving the rest up to him to file.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the complaint, there is no lawyer's name on it. There's no like so and so appearing on behalf of plaintiff Michael Allen. It's just Michael Allen.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't have a lawyer.
Right.
I don't believe he has a lawyer.
No, he doesn't. And he's live streamed his communication with, like, he live streamed his office visits with his lawyer.
Oh, see, I missed that.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're still up on his channel, but I mean, we're talking like a year ago at this point, almost.
It seems like yeah. Which, to be fair, in terms of like, you know, legal cases, that's not that crazy long ago.
Right. Yeah. That's true. But what confuses me is that now he's compiling all this evidence he has, and I you see that I'm using air quotes,
Yeah.
all this evidence that he has to file his appeal with. Why wouldn't he include all that in his initial complaint? Like, I don't
know.
I don't understand why now he's going to be submitting all this digital evidence. Digital evidence.
Well, another part of the problem is that let's inhabit fantasy world, right?
Yeah.
Where the Canadian Space Agency, in fact, is faking space. They're in cahoots with NASA, and Mikey Smith has actually gathered evidence of the real physical existence of the firmament and the lights in the heavens, or whatever he calls them, the works of the creator, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That isn't grounds to sue. You can't sue because someone did something you just kind of don't like.
Right.
It would be sort of like if I decided, like, oh, you know what, that Michael guy from the Drunk Debunk show, I've decided I don't like him, and one day he cooked his burgers wrong, so I'm going to sue him for it. It doesn't matter how much I don't like you. It doesn't matter how wrong you got your burgers, unless it affected me directly. I don't get to sue you for it. Now, if you cooked my burger wrong and I got sick, or it caused a divorce or something somehow, then maybe I would have grounds to sue you for that. But if it's just like you did a thing and it made me angry, even though it didn't directly affect me, and you had no way to know that I even existed.
Exactly.
Because that's what he's doing, right? He's like saying, these guys owe me money because I feel bad that they did something I don't like, even though they don't know who I am. They had no reasonable way to foresee that. No one else seems to be affected in this way. It wouldn't pass any legal standard of like reasonability, like a normal, rational person.
Right.
Any of these things. And so it's like, what grounds do you have to sue on? Even if you're right, Mikey.
Right.
You don't have standing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the response is. Like that's literally like in layman's terms, that's what the response is. And like it's he's trying to file for like a complaint that his life has been destroyed, and like he has to,
which is just telling on himself.
No shit, dude.
I read through that and I was like, oh, Mikey, dude.
Do you know if
it's like it ruined your life with your family? Like, that's just you, buddy.
Icy Spin actually brings up a really good point. Do you know who Stephen Keegan McKeegan is?
No, I know who Dave McKeegan is.
Well, Stephen Keegan McKeegan is me. What I did was this is what I did. I did this. I lowered my voice and I called him as Stephen Keegan McKeegan. I was a
very real name.
Well, first off, it was Stephen McKeegan because he asked me my name and I was like, fuck, I didn't think of a name. So then it was Stephen, and then for some reason I came up with McKeegan because like Dave McKeegan is always on my mind, especially when I'm making love to my wife. And so I pretend to be a advocate for the CSA, like a legal advocate for the CSA, trying to convince him not to sue the CSA. So yeah, it was great fun. It was, and he bought it. He bought it. And he even live stream. Oh no, he didn't live stream. He recorded the conversation, even though Stephen Keegan McKeegan made sure he wasn't recording the conversation because it was a very private conversation. And if the public knew about it, then God knows what would happen to the CSA. I told him that we know that space isn't real and all that kind of stuff. And then right after he gets off the call with Stephen McKeegan, he calls his buddy, what was his name? Like Stan or Kyle or David or whatever. I don't know. Fucking remember. But he's like, dude, you won't believe who just called me.
Oh
yeah. And I was like, he's like, they know, man. They're following me and all that kind of shit. It was insane. Oh, it was Bob. Yeah, there we go. Bob. This faceless Bob guy. And then he records this conversation with Bob, and then he puts it on his channel, and then he finds out that I was Stephen McKeegan, and then he takes the video down. So, but I mean, my community has all that shit in digital forms.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So if you wanted, I can link it. But yeah, no, that was funny. There's a little tidbit of this whole thing of how and then after that, me and Mikey, we kind of became friends, but now he's talking shit about me. So whatever.
Well, I look, here's the thing. I don't care that people talk shit about me. If like if Mikey decides, oh, Dapper went on this show, so now I'm gonna talk shit. All right, go for it, Mikey. Like I'm still willing to go on and have a nice talk with Mikey where I don't yell at him, where I don't try to make fun of him. I mean, to some extent, I'm going to be saying things that are where he's obviously laughably wrong, and that's going to come across as me making fun of him because it's unavoidable.
Right.
But like, if you decide that because I'm on this show, then that's not okay or whatever, like, great, okay. I'm not going to sit here and cry because a flat earther decided I'm a meathead.
But you're not saying anything bad about them, though. And here's the thing: is that I don't want to say anything bad about Mikey either. I just want to correct his incorrections or his incorrectness. There we go. And that's what we've done, you know. But like, you know, because Mikey is the lovable, huggable. I mean, I wouldn't hug him actually. Like he's our little flurfy, and you know, he hasn't hurt anybody for a little while.
Look, of the flurfs, he has one of the smaller and less serious criminal records out there.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like overall,
he does have a dark past. Yeah.
He does have a dark past. Well, he certainly has a dark past. Although compared to some of the flirts out there, like he didn't shoot a little girl in the head, which is not something we can say for all the flirts.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. He didn't slap a little girl either, or
yeah, like a baby. Stream.
Yeah,
jeez. So like, it's one of those things where like you're grading on a curve, right?
Yeah.
Like I have an award show that's a tongue-in-cheek award show, and every year I give an award to the best overall creationist for whatever reasons, right? And I always have to preface it like we're grading on a curve. None of these are the best people under any circumstances normally. But if we're just circumscribing all the creationists, among them, who is the least odious? That's what we're looking for. And it's the same sort of thing with the flat earthers, right? Like so many flat earthers are absolutely disgusting, vile monsters.
Yes.
I don't think that's Mikey.
Yeah, like Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. He is just a disgusting human being, which is why I nominated him last year for the Top Left Awards. And
I've seen that video.
And unfortunately he didn't win. I mean, my video was fantastic. It was I was going for like the whole like Adult Swim kind of vibe. Yeah, like the Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric they're such an inspiration for me. I love the school of super smart people. so good. Bruce Wayne, you want to see the original Stephen McKeegan video? That was actually on Matters Now. It no longer exists, unfortunately. It might exist somewhere in a digital repository somewhere, but
I can also say this for Sam.
Yeah.
He's at least not likely to jump into anti-Semitic conspiracy theories to explain why they're covering up the globe or the flat earth or whatever.
Yeah, because he is.
So at least he's got
Jewish.
That.
Yeah.
Yep. What's another thing is so many of them are basically just like.
Oh, it's disgusting, dude.
I don't want to just say that they're Nazis, but so many of them are unironic fans of Hitler that it's hard to say anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right? Yeah. And
I can at least say, you know what? I bet that's not Sam.
Yeah. Well. Well, and on top of that, I mean, you have a lot of Facebook flurfs and Twitter flurfs and all that kind of stuff that are openly Nazi. Like, I mean, like if you go onto are you on any of the Discords? Like any flat earth Discords, like Aether Cosmology?
No, I'm not in any actual flat earth Discords.
Yeah, good.
If I were, I wouldn't be as Dapper Dinosaur either, because I don't need that. I don't. In fact, actually, I started considering getting a Discord alt when I joined a random TTRPG game that I was like looking for a group. And the first thing that happened is one of the players was like, "Wait, are you the real Dapper Dinosaur?" And I was like, "What do you what do you mean by that? It's like, yeah, like the one from YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I just joined a random internet Dungeons and Dragons game. And one of the players has recognized me from YouTube.
That's fantastic.
Oh no.
I wonder. So, I mean, you know of Viva La Dirt League, right?
That doesn't sound familiar, but that doesn't mean it's a no necessarily.
They Viva La Dirt League. They how do I put this? They have a YouTube channel and they do a lot of skits. I mean, that's all they do is skits, like RPG skits and all that kind of stuff. They actually started a couple of years ago. They started a D&D campaign, cool. and they have like a whole set for it, and they dress up for it and all that kind of stuff. And they basically reenact all their scenarios. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, Viva La Dirt League. I highly recommend you check them out.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah,
yeah, it is the real what is it? The NP. God damn it. What is it? The NPC? Oh God. But yeah, their Red Dead Redemption 2 series is amazing. That's true. They do The Witcher and stuff like that. Epic NPC man. Yeah, Epic NPC man. It goes and then like there's this one NPC that goes that his only line is great day for fishing, ain't it? It's just like, and then there's an entire, what they do with that character though is they made an entire hour-long movie of that fisherman guy, and all he says, his entire dialogue throughout the entire movie is just great day for fishing, ain't it? But it's like like and then he saves like this little girl, and like he's fighting all these orcs, and like it's just insanely cool. And then the tech store, and then they have like that's they have this store in that they sell, it's a computer store, and that's kind of where they started, but it's really good. Viva La Dirt League, check it out. I'm sure you'll love it. Hello Adventurer.
Actually,
yeah,
you should check out the Star Trek game.
I should, and I actually did I not subscribe? Is it on your channel?
It's on Top Hats Off.
Top Hats Off,
which is my second channel.
Are you in my chat at all?
I am. I can.
Can you drop the links, please?
Yeah, just give me a second. I will drop a link in there once I actually get the link.
Oh yeah, there's the dinosaur.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yo, sick.
Yeah, so that's where I put so it's mostly TTRPG actual play stuff that's on there. But there's also some other stuff where like I did some art streams and stuff like that. Like let's see. Yeah, I've got in the past few months, I've got like one that was just previewing some stuff from an upcoming game. I've got I think like 3 art streams that I did. I've also got teaser trailers for every episode. I put out a trailer beforehand that has like, lots of CGI because I'm of course one of them.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I'm a little disappointed that FTFE is not dressed up for any of this.
Well, we do have some people who do dress up sometimes.
Yeah, like this guy. He's in a bow tie. The one above. Yep. I know you can't see that, but the one above.
That's Jordan from the channel Reason to Doubt.
Okay.
Who claims not to run a channel all about debunking claims about the Shroud of Turin, even though that's definitely what he does.
Beautiful.
We've got, so in order, we've got Chesh on the top left. I'm looking at your screen.
Yeah. I brought it back up. Yeah.
She runs a channel, Chesh, as well as another channel called Debate Hub.
Oh, I follow Debate Hub.
There you go. That's her channel.
Oh, okay. I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah,
the camera angle is weird though, because it's not what she uses. Yeah.
Well, so right now she's also X-mirrored because she's sharing her own Discord screen.
Gotcha. All right.
Because she's also my producer. She's the captain of the ship as well as my producer.
Oh, sick. All right.
So then in the middle top we've got Maddie, who is in fact dressed up, and she plays our chief engineer. She also runs OK Roll, which primarily does TTRPG content as well as Science Side Up. which isn't super active, but it has a lot of science tutorials, especially about things like climate and weather and stuff, because she's a meteorologist.
Oh, sick. Okay, all right.
Then there's me. Then in the middle is Zeralon. He is someone who is very active on my channel. He also has his own channel for mostly TTRPG stuff for Cozy Cat Games. Then, of course, there's Craig, whom I'm assuming everyone here is familiar with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then we've got at the bottom there, that's Dr. Kip Davis. He has his own channel. I think it's Dr. Kip Davis, or it might be just Dr. Davis, something like that, or Dr. Kip. I don't know exactly. Because I do subscribe to it, but I can't remember the exact name of the channel. But he is a philologist and a biblical scholar. So he was on one of the teams that did one of the big translations of a lot of the Dead Sea Scrolls. So he's a Dead Sea Scrolls expert.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And we also have someone who isn't here in this episode, Thierry Rana. I don't think he has a YouTube channel or a lot of like public presence, but he is a very regular viewer of my main channel. And he plays our beluga whale navigator and
Nice.
helmsman. Yes, his
I love
character
it.
is in fact a beluga whale.
That's fantastic. All right, give me 1 second. My wife just came home. 1 second.
All right. I guess while we're given a second, if anyone has questions about the Star Trek game, or I guess anything else for me, feel free to drop it in the chat and tag me, so that way I know what to, like which questions are for me. And there's the link again if you want to go to Top Hats Off, and you can get Craig acting like a ex-Borg Klingon. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I think we're in season 2. I think our next episode is episode 5, even though I accidentally have it listed as episode 4. I'll be fixing that later on tonight. And I have 4 seasons planned out, 12 episodes each. So we're getting up to the let's see. Steel City JW says, how are baby dinosaurs made? So first, that's going to vary. Some dinosaurs have a pseudo penis that is filled with lymphatic fluid instead of blood, in order for its erectile tissue. But that's actually a minority of birds. So that is Gallowenserae and paleognaths. So that's like ostriches, swans, ducks, chickens, stuff like that. But that's the rest of the birds are all in a group called Neoaves, and they don't have that. And they actually just bring their cloacas together and just kind of transfer sperm. And then in terms of birds actually only have one functioning ovary. And so they produce eggs in sequence, and then they'll lay them. As far as Mesozoic dinosaurs, it's probably the case because of the phylogenetic distribution of the pseudopenis in birds that ancestrally dinosaurs actually do have a penis that's filled with lymphatic fluid that is used for internal fertilization. So, and also the one functional ovary is probably an adaptation to lighten the body for flight. So probably most dinosaurs had 2 functional ovaries in the Mesozoic. Yeah. Calder says, I have watched before, but I was confused about what was happening. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Star Trek, it could be a little confusing, or the rules. I do have a video on the channel, or it might be a live stream, about how to play Star Trek Adventures, so you can understand like the rules. If you're not familiar with Star Trek at all, that might be a little bit of a problem, but I would suggest I have a playlist that starts with something called Star Trek Prelude, and we had a previous campaign called Star Trek Lexington, and you could just binge that if you're super interested in watching it. And of course, if you're not, then I wouldn't recommend binging it because that's going to be a whole big thing. But yeah. So there. That's what I would recommend there. But yeah, we are playing with a bunch of people who are pretty big Star Trek nerds. So there's going to be a lot of inside like Star Trek-y type jokes. So I do get why that can be a little confusing if Star Trek isn't your big thing. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, is Dick Wayne blocked? I mean, that makes sense. Dick Wayne is a weird one. He's extremely arrogant with just so little to back that up. I don't really get it. I'd be willing to talk to you, Dick Wayne, though. If you want to have a conversation with me, you can watch the one I had with Mikey. I'll probably act roughly the same. Yeah, I'd have a conversation with you. Let's see. You don't have to say Star Trek and nerds. It's redundant, says Jack Fetter. All right, look, Jack, you're not wrong, right? Define pseudo. So I'm assuming that's in relation to the whole pseudo penis thing. So the reason I say pseudo is because the actual penis is a mammal organ that has evolved in mammals one time. And so other what are called intromittent organs, which are organs that are used to insert into the reproductive tract of a female of any species, are not actually the same organ. They're made of different tissues, they have a different embryological development and such. So they're often called a pseudopenis, or sometimes they're called a hemipene or hemipenis with like lizards, where they have two intermittent organs which combine to make hemipene. Penis? I'm not sure what the plural is. But yeah. So pseudo, of course, is from the Greek that means false, because it's not actually the organ being referenced. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, he's just blocked for a day. All right. I mean, play whack-a-mole with him. Let's see. Leo Duskyron, I'm not sure, says, are you using a Miranda class for this series? Not super serious question. Hey, I'll answer it anyway. We're using an Obena class ship, was a ship that was introduced in Star Trek Lower Decks. And actually, if you want to see it, it's in pretty much all of the teaser trailers that I released. So if you go to Top Hats Off and you go to videos, you can see it. I think, yeah, I'll put a link to a video that actually has a few pretty good shots of it from different angles. So yeah, if you want to see the Obena class, check out that video. That's actually, I made the Obena class model. So that was a lot of fun. I looked at a lot of different depictions of it from different shots from Lower Decks, concept art, and my model is not exactly a match for the one in Lower Decks, but I'm okay with that because it's the model I like and it's the model I made, and so, you know, yeah, I have fun with that. So yeah, that's a pretty good teaser trailer to show you what the ship looks like. Also, if this video gets to the right part, I have a cutaway of the whole ship. Let's see. Icy Spin was wondering if you have any new treatments for a pseudopenis. No, I have no new treatments. Sorry. So yeah, I have no medical advice for your pseudopenis problems. Or for your not pseudopenis problems, for that matter. I am not a urologist, whether for humans or for dinosaurs. We did get a few super chats, and I guess I'll read them just in case I don't want us to forget them. Icy Spin for $2. Fuck me, Mike. I love this, and Arnold blows goats. And then for another $2, Icy Spin says, Arnold is going to slander me. Please report. Ha ha ha. Oh, sorry. Ha ha he ho. There you go. So, yeah. And of course, Arnold, how dare you? Yeah, Arnold. I don't even know who Arnold is. I haven't seen a Arnold in the chat. Oh, there it is, real Arnold. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why Xpin is abusing you, Arnold. It's a good question. Probably something you had to take up with IC Spin. Jack Fetter for $1.99 says IC Spin. Nope. Unfornicated says welcome to Zoo Crew Friday nights. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I'm having fun. Let's see. Drop links for Dapper. So yeah, I'll do that. So you've already seen the link for Top Hats Off. Dapper Dinosaur is basically, I'm going to be copying that right here. Let's see. Yeah, go if you want to. Feel free to go check out Dapper Dinosaur. I usually do 3 shows a week. I do a live show on Tuesday. I do a premiere on Thursdays, and then I do another live show on Saturdays. I also occasionally have extra streams or premieres or whatever, depending on what's going on. So if it's a slightly off-topic video, I'll usually premiere it on a Friday. Or if there's like a special event stream, like I'm going to be doing a stream for New Year's Eve, that won't be part of the regular schedule. So yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. That took way longer than I wanted it to.
No, that's all right. I read a few super chats, fielded some questions.
Thank you.
Have you ever played Path of Titans? I have not. Then that was from, I am not sure how to say that. Calabadger dude?
I call him Callie.
That makes sense. You are Victoria says, what's your opinion on smoke detectors and how often should you replace the batteries? Well, first, smoke detector is important. You should have a smoke detector. and you should replace the batteries every time it tells you that it has low batteries.
How does it tell you that it has low batteries?
Oh, it makes a little beep sound, and
Like
if
a
you can't
chirp?
hear the beep, yeah, a little chirp, little chirp.
So the background joke on that is Jack Fetter, whenever he joins in like a Discord chat, he always has a chirp in the background. So whenever you see chirp, that's a poke at fun of him.
He's one of those people who've just like tuned it out. It's become background noise.
Yeah, apparently, it's not very clear which one it is, and he has a lot of them. So, yeah, I guess, and it's just, I don't know.
He could just change all of the batteries.
Yeah, well, that's what when my mom has a chirp, she's like, can you come over and change all the batteries? Like, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll do that. So I know where all of her fucking smoke detectors are in her house.
Nice.
Because every 2 years I have to do it. But yeah, sorry about that. My wife is a little under the weather. So, well, she went to a Christmas party, so you know, there was some drinks to be had, but she Ubered home. And so
very responsible.
Yeah, so I had to get her to the bathroom because she just had back surgery, so like I don't know how she fucking made it into the apartment. But then I walked her to the bed. I got her all set up in the bed, and then Grayson had shit himself, so I had to change his diaper and all that. So yeah, we're good. We're gooch.
Good.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you for Wesley said that we don't need me anymore, that you got this. So but you know what? What's great is that he has his own channel. So you can actually go and watch his stuff at Dabber Dinosaur. Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow in my human suit, in a suit that I bought for the human suit so that I could attend a wedding in the human suit without sticking out.
All right. Very nice.
I'll be wearing that suit on top of my human suit. So I'm wearing 2 whole suits.
Perfect. Your human suit and then your actual suit.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare.
Your human suit. Your human suit.
And there will be drinks. So I do we do a play along drinking game, which you don't actually have to play along. I don't care. But yeah, we have like set drink triggers, and there's ways that the audience can cause us to drink, or that the idiocy that we're responding to. And lately, we're responding to the guys who thought that maybe the voyage of the Beagle, that the HMS Beagle that Darwin was on, just didn't happen. That's a thing that they're apparently serious questioning.
I feel like that's something that I should watch. Being the Drunk Debunk show and all that. That's fun.
It's painfully stupid. In fact, sometimes it gets so stupid that people send like super chats just to get us to read and go off on a tangent so they don't have to keep listening to the creationists.
I feel like that's what the super chats have been for tonight.
Yeah.
So we don't have to hear this stupid coming out of fucking Sam's mouth. Like, ugh, he gets so stupid though. Like Sam
So after the stream ended, I stayed on the call with Sam for about, I don't know, like a half hour, 40 minutes or something. And he was better in that one-on-one with no audience than he was on the live stream. So I think some of that is he wants to feel like he's the big man on the stream and whatnot. Yeah. And then when you remove that context, he becomes a lot easier to talk to.
See, that's good to know, because I have been trying to get him to come onto my show, but he keeps making up all these fucking different excuses and stuff. And I ended up just whatever. Like I just gave up on getting him on my show. And it looks like because like, I mean, I get the time differences and all that kind of stuff, but I offered to take a day off of work so that I could record a video with him, kind of like he did with MC Toon. But he just ghosted me whenever I gave him times that he asked for. I was like, okay, well, let's do this time, this day. And then he would ghost me, and then that day would come. And then like a week later, he'd be like, oh, I missed it. Like, dude, after 3 times, like, I'm done. Like, you're not that I don't need you. Like,
yeah. Well, he did something similar in this, because later on, I don't think we're going to get to it tonight, because we've gotten through like maybe 10 seconds. But later on, I start suggesting like, well, why don't you do these experiments? And I start listing out experiments where you could test whether or not an object in the sky is actually a satellite
Yeah.
that's in space, or whether it's closer to the Earth. How close is it? How fast is it actually moving? Like, are the satellite tracking websites that you can go to, are they just making stuff up, or they're actually satellites that you can see? And like, every time he would try to deflect or give a reason why he doesn't believe that they're telling the truth or whatever. And it's like, dude,
Just do it
every
yourself.
time you come up with an excuse to not do an experiment, it tells me that you don't actually want to know what's true.
Right.
What you want to do is just believe whatever it is that you currently believe. Which, like, you can do that, but you could just cop to it, right?
Right.
Just accept it.
Which is the whole denial of TFE to begin with. Like they have to, it has to be fake. It has to be.
My favorite is that it was faked in Antarctica in a giant globe stage
so good.
that had to be miles and miles in diameter. And it's like, I'm sorry, so someone built the biggest ever like special effects room that's already the size of an island.
Yep.
In Antarctica in preparation for this.
Jack Feder for $2 says, look, shiny object 2 hours later. You're going to tell me that 82 people who are here right now haven't been enjoying this conversation?
I mean, I've been enjoying it.
I am having so much fun. Like, it's like at this point, it's not about the video, it's about our conversation because you got a lot of smart things to say, and I love it.
I'm a wicked smart dinosaur.
You're a wicked smart dinosaur? I love it. I love it, guy. Love it. I mean, it still blows my mind that you went to school here in Lowell.
Yeah, I grew up in Lowell.
That's so insane.
My childhood home is in Lowell.
That's crazy. Do you? I mean, you can. I mean, I'm going to ask you. You can say no. I'm not going to tell you. What street?
Mount Hope Street.
Mount Hope. Oh, I don't know where that is.
It's in Pawtucketville.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's all right. That's not. I mean, obviously, that's not too far from me, but.
I mean, no one in my family lives there, so like.
Yeah. So that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my parents sold that house, and now they don't even live in Lowell anymore. I have no actual reason to go back to Lowell because, like,
no, you don't.
All the friends from Lowell that I keep in touch with don't live there anymore. Like, my family has all moved out. Not necessarily like super far away, but like, I would have to go get like a hotel if I went to Lowell, and then like, what would I do in Lowell?
Nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing. Well, I mean, you go to the Boulevard, and I mean that's so. So if you did you know that me and Reds went to go watch Titan go across Saturn?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So there's a 4 or 5.5 hour long stream, where we went to the Boulevard, and recorded the shadow of Titan across the top of Saturn. And then at the very end, we watched the ISS go over. That was it. That was at the Boulevard. Yeah, that was right outside Heritage.
Yeah, there you go. You said it right the second time.
Yeah, sorry, but the Boulevard. and yes, that bridge is still there. That temporary bridge, you know, the
temporary bridge that's been like 100 years or something.
The Wark
it's
Bridge,
not actually, but like, yeah. Oh yeah, the Wark Bridge is temporary. Like,
yeah.
Really? Because it's been there since like before I was born. So
did you ever go to JJ's? It was a bar outside where, well, there's a Market Basket there now, but it was right on the other side of that bridge.
No, see, by about the time I was going to start like going to bars, I had already joined the Navy and like moved to Washington. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So my experience with bars in Lowell is largely non-existent because, yeah, joined the Navy, and don't get me wrong, I spent plenty of times in bars and drinking in people's houses and whatnot.
But not in Lowell.
Not in Lowell, no.
Good call. Jack Feder for $5 says, I didn't say that. You have the attention span of a tree frog. There, I said it. There. Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, have you ever seen a tree frog that's hunting a bug? They can lock in.
Oh yeah, they lock in, dude. They lock in. Yeah. They'll watch that shit fly around, and then they'll get their perfect spot. Their perfect pounce time. Just like my cat.
I used to have some leopard geckos, and they would do that too. Mostly they're just kind of oblivious, but then they see like a little mealworm, and it's just like they just their head just swivels right to that, and they're locked onto it until they just grab it. And it's just like, wow, that's some intense focus for a mealworm. But hey.
Unfornicated for $2 says, hold up, Dapper is a squid, CTO2 here. Yeah, Dan was a CTO2.
Nice. Yeah, I was an electrician's mate.
He worked in cryptology. Cryptography. Jesus Christ.
I was wondering if you would get there. I was like, nah, I'll just go for it.
I'm learned, okay? I'm learned.
Yeah, I was a nuclear electrician's mate, so I spent almost all my time down in engine rooms on an aircraft carrier.
No shit. That's cool.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it does sound cool.
It's one of those jobs where it's like, it sounds cool, but then you do it and you're like, oh, is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, no, I mean, the only military affiliation I have in my family is my grandfather was in the Air Force, and like a year or two before he died, he was pinned as lieutenant of the Air Force. He was a lieutenant colonel, and then like in his 90s he was pinned as a lieutenant. So yeah, I have his picture. And oh, check this out. You ready for this?
Sure. I say that, but I don't actually know what it is, so I might not be ready for it.
So this is a picture of Charles Sweeney. He dropped the A-bomb on Nagasaki.
I've been there.
Yeah, at Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I've stood at the bottom of that crater.
No way.
Yeah, it's a really weird feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine. So my grandfather was ATC for Charles Sweeney when he dropped the A-bomb. So this is actually a signed picture from Charles Sweeney to my grandfather, to Major Joseph Fucarell, Charles Sweeney, and this was in 1945.
There you go.
Yeah, isn't that sick? I have that. This is yeah. I have a little shrine to my grandfather up here.
I think I was ready.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah,
I've been asking myself, like, was I ready? Yes.
Weird break. I know he killed millions of people, but like, listen, it's just kind of cool. All right. That he, whatever. All right. Anyway, my grandfather was ATC.
Look, if you want to hear me get political, go watch me on Debate Pub. That's one of the shows over on Debate Hub. On Chesh's channel. Yeah, we do that once a month. It's the last Saturday of the month, and we do like current events and stuff. Cool. And I'm usually coming off of one drinking stream on my channel and then going into another one on that channel.
Oh man.
So
yikes.
Yeah. And I try to keep my streams largely PG-13. I don't always succeed. Yeah, Chesh doesn't have anything like that, and I also don't care to try to keep myself PG-13 outside of my own space. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you want to hear me go, like, talk about horrible political nonsense or war crimes or whatever shit, that's where you go.
Word. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know, man. You're expanding my content consumption. Jack Footer for $2 says, I once pinned a lieutenant. That's cool. That's cool.
Nice.
My family is friends with someone who survived Hiroshima. She was in a schoolyard when it hit. She had just gotten to school, sat down against the wall, and the bomb hit. The wall saved her. Holy shit, dude, that's insane. Yeah. I bet she was fucked up the rest of her life. Talk about PTSD. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I think I would rather have it take me out, honestly.
Nagasaki was the smaller of the explosions, and even that, like, you stand in the middle of that crater and you realize that you're just so far below the level of the city and where the ground was.
Wow.
And they have a little like obelisk shaped memorial, and the top of it is where ground level was before, and it is not a short structure.
Wow. Yeah. I what I like about Obama was that he went there and was like, yo, like, sorry about that.
Our bad.
Yeah, like, ooh, yeah. Oh, wow, we should have like
Hey.
not done that.
But then remember that time that he decided to extrajudicially murder a U.S. citizen with a drone strike?
Oh no.
A teenager.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
well,
Obama wins some and he loses some.
Yeah, I mean that's a big loss. that's a big one.
No.
Yikes.
And the grounds on which this was done was like, well, I was trying to kill his dad. Like,
oh,
okay.
Is
Why?
that better though?
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe you shouldn't just accept that a teenage American citizen is your collateral damage because his dad is preaching sermons you don't like, which is in fact what was happening.
Damn.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Obama,
You want to...
not exactly the untroubled, no scandals guy that some people seem to remember him as.
Yeah, I would say. But if you want to hear more about that, go to Dapper Dan. Oh my God. Why do I keep calling you Dapper Dan?
I don't know.
Dapper Dinosaur. And yeah, you can...
That's me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Especially on Debate Pub. If you want to hear me talk about things like the problems I have with any president you care to fucking name, Debate Pub, which I guess this month will be on the 27th. So that'll be on Debate Hub. If you just search those words.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of the art there has been a collaboration. So the channel logo I made.
I love it.
I also made the channel little intro animation has a little ripple effect. And then my co-host for my Kent with Bent show, which is about Kent Hovind, and we respond to Kent Hovind videos.
Oh, beautiful.
That Bent Hovind, no relation. He is the one who recorded that version of the theme song, which you will recognize immediately if you watch any of the videos.
All right.
Because it's exactly the opening theme that you would expect for a channel called Debate Hub that has that yellow and black logo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Or is
All
it
right.
orange and black? Yeah.
Yes. It's orange and black.
So, yeah. And actually, Chesh and I collaborate a fair bit in terms of things like art and stuff. Like on my Star Trek Adventures game, she's the one who's done all the character art. She's the producer there. I did the set for like the streaming background, and I do the trailers and the battle maps and whatnot. And we're probably going to collaborate for character art for the next campaign that we're doing, because our next campaign is going to be Wrath and Glory, which is a Warhammer TTRPG.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, I'm already in the early stages of planning that. I have some like plot threads and some NPCs that I'm gonna work out. And because I like to plan out a campaign so that it has a set ending point, because otherwise it just kind of either fizzles out or just drags on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like right now in Star Trek, we're on season 2. Our next episode is episode 5. There are 12 episodes in that season.
Mm-hmm.
Then there will be a season 3 with 12 episodes and a season 4 with 12 episodes, and we're done. That story is over.
Gotcha. So I actually I saw a comment maybe like 20 minutes ago asking if it was going to be 8 episodes or 12 episodes, but there we go. There's our answer.
12 per season, 4 seasons. Season 1 actually ended up having 13 because Craig lost internet during the middle of one episode, so we just decided to continue on the next session. And so we had a part 1 and a part 2. That wasn't planned, but there are 12 stories that will be told per season, and there are going to both be sort of like filler episodes that aren't super important to like the big narrative arc, but that, you know, cool things can still happen in. And then there are, I think, about 10 or so big arc episodes that I have planned over the course of the next few seasons.
That's cool.
Yeah, the goal is to make it so that you feel like you're watching an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
As much as possible. So that's why, you know, we've got the sound effects, we've got the very Star Trek themed set for the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything has like, I looked up a lot of references for like what Michael Okuda's work on Star Trek Next Generation, for color palettes. I actually have the exact hex codes for the color palettes that were used to create a lot of like the interface images on Star Trek for different seasons. I had those hex code palettes like already preset.
Yo, that's
in
cool.
my computer, so I can just grab the right one. Yeah, so like
That's cool.
Some people have accused me of being extra when it comes to doing my TTRPG shows.
No, it's called production quality.
Yeah,
and accuracy to the original content. Listen, man, that's called genuine. There you go.
All right, I will take that because that sounds nicer.
Bruce Wayne actually, he says that his grandfather served in World War II because he wanted to go to college. He didn't pay for college, but it still cost him an arm and a leg.
Oh. Yeah, luckily I didn't get shot at because I was in an aircraft carrier, and they don't get shot at much.
They don't get. Oh, I was okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, and also working in ATC, my grandfather never really saw combat either. He was stationed in Greenland for a little while. He has a lot of cool pictures from Greenland, but I mean, it was a vast land of nothingness, but whatever. This has officially become a dapper stream. No. This is what happens with all my guests. I let them talk a lot because why wouldn't they're guests on my show?
By the way, my Zoom just closed, and I'm here twice now.
Yeah, you're there's two dinosaurs.
Yeah, I have no idea why that happened. I would suggest kicking the one that has no webcam.
I don't know. I kind of like having two dinosaurs.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
How do I kick? Oh, it kicked you automatically. I don't know how.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know how to kick.
I was just sitting here and the window just closed, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I have no idea why, but sure.
There you is. I got you. You still see the shared video though, right?
I do. And look, at least I can click a join link, unlike most flurfs.
Oh my god, dude! Like even the Tech 2.0 or the Flurf 0.0 or 2.0. What do we call? Oh no, we call them Tech Hobos or something. I forget what we call them. God damn it! We have so many nicknames for all these fucking people. It's
true.
It's hard.
But I remember, I had a debate with Peter Markley on Craig's channel, and I don't know if you know who Peter Markley is.
We love Peter Markley.
Yeah. Well, so Peter Markley is a young Earth creationist,
yes,
and so we had a little debate.
Yep.
And it was a friendly thing, but the crazy thing was, Craig sends out the link, and then we both just show up, and he's like, "Wait, why are you here?" We're both like, "Well, you sent out the link." He's like, "Yeah, but like I always expect everyone to come in like a half an hour late because they can't click the link." It's like, "Yeah, but we're not flat earthers, We can look at the link and be like, oh, I should click that, and then just do it."
Yeah. So actually, I don't know, because what I understand is that he's no longer a young Earth creationist.
Really?
Yeah, because I understand that he's been getting some edumacations.
I'm gonna take credit for that, even though it's probably inappropriate for me to do so.
Well, I mean. This is a very recent thing. Yeah, this is a very recent thing. Like, because I remember hearing about it once, like a week ago, maybe. But yeah. And then Unfornicated for $2 says invite DD for me. Oh wait, for me for a Navy stream and BS session.
I mean, let me know when it is and where it will be, and I will double check my schedule and whatnot. I mean, my schedule is often flexible, but I'm also usually busy. So it's one of those things where it's like, I can usually rearrange stuff, but I need to know with enough time ahead of time.
I mean, do you mind having him on tonight? Because we're already past the point where we're gonna watch this video. Because I'm having way more fun just talking this shit with you. Do you mind if we invite another Navy guy on?
Yeah, I mean, that seems fine to me.
Yeah, Dan, you wanna hop in? There you go. Hop in, Dan. We love Dan.
Look at that. Put it out right in the open.
I did.
Anyone could click it.
Well, I mean, you have to be. Hold on, let me.
And then you can see also that the aberration.
Oh, fuck you, Sam. Fuck off. Hold on, let me do host tools, enable waiting room. There we go.
I actually taught Sam how time zones work off air.
You did?
Because like, why aren't there exactly 24 time zones? And I was like, all right, Sam, government set what time zone is where,
right,
what, and where they are.
Yeah, that's
like, well, why don't they all just go down? And I was like, well, because governments find it inconvenient. and so they don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do they do it on the ocean? I'm like, yeah, except when there's countries in the way, because there are countries in the ocean on islands.
Yeah, and there's a certain area between what like Alaska and Russia or something that's like a 3-hour difference or whatever, and they're like, oh, that's where they're hiding a bunch of like all this government shit and all that bullshit.
It's just governments picking time zones that are convenient for them.
Yeah.
That's all. It's literally it. It's nothing else.
Yeah,
and it's actually really obvious if you look at them because they follow political boundaries.
Yeah. Sob thinks that time zones are hiding things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's who I was referring to.
Hide something in a time zone. What does that even mean?
Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, Dan. Do you know Dan?
I don't think we've talked. No.
So
I've been in his chat a few times, but I don't think we've actually had a conversation.
Yeah. So
well,
Dan from Unfornicated. He made his debut on my channel like 10 months ago, Dan, was it?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Where he did a presentation on the Battle of the Beams. And it was a spectacular. It was spectacular. Then he just made his own channel and he's been how many subs you up? Over 500 now, right?
No, I'm at 470 as of last I looked.
Oh, god damn it. Well, we'll get you
trying
there.
to push to 500 for the end of the year.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go. But nice. Yeah, he does a lot of Navy stuff, a lot of military stuff. So Dan, this is Dapper Dan Dinosaur.
Hello. Dapper. Nice to meet you,
Dan.
As far as I know, the only dinosaur to have ever joined the United States Navy.
Yes, I can. Well, I don't know. My chief was pretty old, so he probably could have been classified as a dinosaur.
I actually thought one of my chiefs was pretty old, and it turns out he was like 40, and I was like, oh my god.
That's what the Navy does to you. All that drinking and coffee. It's nicotine and caffeine will do hell on your body.
It's true. You will
and
age
bourbon.
fast.
And bourbon and rum and everything. Yeah, when you hit
So
ports. That's still my favorite drink. But I was on a diesel carrier. I was on the Kitty Hawk actually during the late 90s.
Nice.
I'm significantly older than Mike. Yeah. I'm almost old enough to be Mike's dad.
You could be my daddy. I mean, what? What did? What happened? So when are we taking that trip to Canada?
Yeah. So I do flat Earth and some other conspiracies, and then to break the monotony because it gets old real quick, and obviously flat Earth is pretty much dying. It probably will be dead after I kill this ILS stupidity. I was on the Shiva experiment with Tim, and so I do also like obscure history. So I did something on like the USS Liberty. I did something on cryptology as a whole, maybe cryptology and code talkers, and then I also pick up like some just science communication because my thing is radio and fiber optics. So like speed of light and stuff like that's kind of like in my wheelhouse.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Have you ever found a flirt that can understand the idea of the speed of light?
No, because they say we need the one-way speed of light. As if something changes that, like by knowing a two-way speed of light, something miraculously happens in the middle of that by dividing by 2 that makes it.
Okay. Are you familiar with the name Jason Lyle? So he's a young Earth creationist astronomer. And his solution to the ancient starlight problem, right? Because it's like, oh, hey, look, if the Earth is 6,000 years old, then how come I'm seeing light from a star that's 50,000 light years away? So his solution is that when light is coming towards Earth, it travels at infinite speed. And when it travels away from Earth, it travels at 2c. And then you average that out, it comes out to c. So
I've heard that model.
Yeah,
I've heard that model. Obviously it's flawed.
That's putting it mildly.
Look, also I'll call it what it is because Mike has a button for this. But to quote CC,
that's magic.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
Bullshit.
There you go.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
There it is. So
Oh shit.
But yeah, and like I'm currently that ILS experiment. I'm finishing up my script right now to record a video on that so I can put that to bed. But like I went over hull speed for displacement holes going around Antarctica, and then I also did the whole radar coverage and what it would take with like aircraft carriers and E-2D Hawkeyes and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, you guys are dumb.
Yeah, well, it's incredible how much about reality you have to just be wrong about to be a flat earther or many of these other, conspiracy pseudoscience nonsense things. It's just like everything about navigation, about military engagements, about travel, about international commerce, all of this shit, like none of it works on a flat earth as any of the flat earthers have ever proposed it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, why is it if it's flat earth is true things generally you can use them to do things, right? If a fact is true, you can usually build something on that fact, right? Why
Right.
can't we build anything on flat earth? Why can't you build the flat earth navigation company? Why can't you get the flat earth ground positioning system, the flat positioning system, I don't know, and use a flat earth map to get you places? Why can't you figure out what the fucking shape of Australia is?
It's a hamburger, not a hot dog.
Right.
Especially because you can drive across it. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like it does your odometer know which direction it's driving to know to trick you? And like, is it also connected to like your speedometer and also the radar guns of all the police that are anywhere across Australia? So they have to say like, okay, wait, I have to recalibrate the speed for going east to west versus north to south versus northwest. And like, how? Guys, we know how big Australia is in each direction. It's not something we have to question.
Correct.
And I've actually heard flat earthers say things like, well, the road atlases and all the stuff like that, that's all like fake. It's been faked, and that things aren't as big or the same shape as we think they are. It's like, dude, you can just check.
Right.
You reset your tripometer and just drive. Your car bases that on how many times the wheels go around. It doesn't know if you're going north or south or northwest or anything. Just drive it.
So actually, one of the arguments that I had a while back was well, were you there when that odometer was being calibrated?
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Well, north to south, east to west is different.
Yeah. So what the idea was, you don't know what the government has put into these cars to make them read what they read.
Oh my God.
Yes. I will never
They've never left the
argument.
basement. So when have they ever been anywhere near anything that was made?
I mean, I've also heard them say that like just optical telescopes with no electronics whatsoever have computers that are projecting CGI fake images of planets to you. And it's like, with what screen? What is doing the projecting? What is
no shit.
Physically? It's like the same thing with like the microchips. It's like in the vaccines, it's like, there's no microchip that's ever been invented that's small enough to pass through the opening in a needle, right?
Yeah. So that was another thing I was going to be talking about. Was going to be talking about the Bluetooth, like how far you'd have to go, like how far it would have to, how big of a transmitter you need, how much power you need, how much power you can gain from quote unquote, the body electricity and stuff like that. That's another one I'm actually working on, because it's such stupidity, especially when you get the guys who sit there and say, there's nothing around us. All the cell phones are turned off. They're sitting there with a laptop and it says, we're going to have Bob walk towards the computer. And as he walks towards the computer, they're doing like a scan of Bluetooth, and all of a sudden the MAC address points up. Yeah. Now, if you take the screenshot of that MAC address, because I'm in telecom, and you run it through a MAC address finder, you find out it's for fucking Samsung. And unless Samsung's making the transmitter that doesn't fit through the hole of a hypodermic needle, is the one who made that, chances are it's a fucking phone.
Yeah, the Bluetooth blood. The Bluetooth blood. Yeah. I did a whole episode on that.
You got a phone in your pocket there, buddy.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, like, and that's the thing, like, I'm in telecom now, so like I deal with fiber optics and things like that. So it's like, yeah, we have to know the speed of light. We have to, because that's how we measure shit.
Yep.
See, like Real Cygnus has figured out NASA images are baked into the firmware of the glass.
Of the glass, right? Yes, there's nanoparticles in the glass that act as receivers.
Right, and they know which way you're pointing the glass.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's all GPS. But really quick, Nick N for $5 Connect Buck says, "Hey Navy guys, is there a U.S. Navy ship uglier than the USS Long Beach?"
No, there's not. Because it's just got a big square bridge. It looks like a brick sitting on top of a boat hull.
I have to see what this looks like.
It's a very strange ship. I guess I can't.
It's a cruiser. It's already a weird ship. It's a cruiser.
Yeah.
It's not a destroyer. It's not an aircraft carrier. It's some weird thing in between. That's like, it's not a battleship, but it wants to be.
Oh yeah, that's
weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird boat.
The only thing that makes it weird is this big block in the middle. All the rest is
Yeah,
kind of cool.
that's the bridge.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it looks like an IKEA. Is that what? Well, look
When
at that.
IKEA decided to design a warship.
Yeah, that's where someone used parts from the Calyx and added it to a ship.
I love it. I love it. Well, Dan, do you want to join us in this ridiculous debunking?
Sure.
All right.
I love Mikey and Sam because I had to listen to fucking Sam and Vika go on and on about how radio is fake, is a psyop, and can
Wait, what?
only I can't remember everything they said. All I know is that it was just personal incredulity at its worst.
What? So wait. What? That little box that you can twist a dial and hear music or talk shows and whatnot. What is that?
Yeah. That is government propaganda.
But how does it get to the box?
Magic.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I need to make a quick call to NASA and get dinosaurs extincted once again.
No, JFK already did that.
Oh, right.
It's like you weren't paying attention.
Fuck. Hold on.
Can you stack us? Can you stack us top ways?
Can I stack you? Yeah, there we go. But then you're tiny.
Well, no, but then you can cover up the whole thing on the side there where all the little videos are that we don't want to watch.
Oh, yeah, I see what he means. Well, we are very small when you do that. I guess you can't expand that? That's kind of lame.
This sucks. Fuck this shit.
Get
Zoom
your act
sucks.
together, Zoom.
I'm trying. And now, but now, like the video is it's broken. It's fully broken now. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. I'm stupid.
Nice.
Come on, just do the thing that I want you to do.
Is that hit the play button?
Hold on. Let me pull this over here. And
Don't
now...
you use Zoom
Tech.
at work, Mike?
No, we use Teams.
Oh, so do we.
Globehead can't tech.
Globehead can't tech. All right, you guys are gonna be over here. There you go. Yeah,
that's fine.
All right, fuck it. All right, you guys are gonna be over here. I mean, it makes sense that Dapper Dan is on. Oh my god!
We need to keep a running tally.
The Dapper Dinosaur is on top of, Dapper Dinosaur. So let's just
Look, Dapper and Dan can't help carry your stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah. I mean, not even MC Toon could save it at this point. All right, there we go. Because I mean, that's Dapper Dinosaur right there. There you go. All right, cool.
There you go. That
Oh,
fits.
fuck it. All right. Let's shall we continue this video?
Yeah.
All right, sick. All right. Welcome, Dan, to this. All right, let's go.
Machines do not create, structures. They can distort light, but not create structure. Yeah.
They could distort light and not create structures. Fuck, I'm already pausing to make fun of them.
What would you do? So, would it be a possibility that maybe the reason that there are these differences is that, how do I want to phrase this? How would you tell whether or not all these stars should look the same if you were using optimal equipment, or if they should all look different, like what Mikey gets?
Okay.
What would you like? How would you figure this out? Like, was there a test you could do? Could you alternate which camera sensor you're using, or which magnifying instrument you're using? Or
I'm trying to get him
to come up with a way to test this idea, and they do not want to subject any of this to any kind of testing that could show that maybe they're wrong.
Right.
They hate that idea, and it's one of the big things that I do in this is I'm like, how could we know whether or not you're wrong? They do not ever want to have an answer to that question
Because they can't be wrong.
Well,
That's why.
I mean, look at Sam's face. That tells it all.
Yeah,
Like,
he looks
oh.
disgusted that I would even ask.
Like, oh God, you want me to verify things on my own? Ugh. Oh my God, excuse me.
Yeah, so I don't need to do that because I zoom in onto one star. So this star, the star Sirius,
Oh, so good.
and then I zoom over. I go left to Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is going to be a different in the thing.
Right.
But again, I don't use I'm not saying that they're being dishonest, but they're using
Mikey, you're suing the Canadian Space Agency saying they're lying to you. You are saying they're being dishonest.
Yes.
Just own that.
Oh, shit.
You said it so much that it's cost you 700 Canadian dollars.
Blackburn Big Dragon says that's a very realistic human costume. So
Thank you. I paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Why are you wearing that bunny suit? Why are you wearing that man suit? Same thing.
So what happens when you're a nuke and you glow in the dark?
Oh, well, then you just don't have to worry about whether or not you need a flashlight under any circumstances.
Exactly. I come from a long family of nukes, so.
There we go.
Yeah, I was the guy who decided not to go on ships designed to sink.
Well, I was on an aircraft carrier. We didn't sink even once.
No, it was me. I was on a Kitty Hawk, so I was the
Yeah.
only one who decided not to go on a
Nice.
ship designed to sink.
Yeah. People get amazed when I'm like, yeah, I've sat on a nuclear reactor, just like sat down on top of one. What? It's like it's not that big of a deal.
I mean,
Ours is diesel. We need the gas every 3 days, so we had an unwrap every 3 days.
Oof.
oh my god,
That's a lot of unreps.
Are you sure
Jeez.
you're not the dinosaur, Dan?
Well, to be fair, the Kitty Hawk had the what we call the first Union Jack, which is the "Don't tread on me" flag that they put on the front of the ship when you come in the port. We had the boat had that for, or the ship, excuse me, had that for I don't know, 7, 8 years, like one of the longest running ones. It's for the oldest combatant ship in the U.S. Navy gets to fly.
Okay. That means you were pretty old for quite a while. But 3 days, that's I was not a big fan of unreps. They're
No.
annoying. And several times one time during an unrep, I had to yell and throw things at a throttleman because so for people who don't know, an unrep is an underway replenishment, right? And so normally what happens is you get another ship that comes up alongside the carrier, or I guess whatever ship's being supplied, and you get lines across, and then supplies are actually just physically transferred across. But the thing is that to do this, the ships have to be so close that they create a low pressure zone in the water between them. And so what they try to do is they try to smash together. And so both ships have to be very careful to maintain that distance so that the lines don't go too slack, they don't separate, and so the ships don't crash into each other. And so
It's a dance.
right.
It's a literal dance.
And this requires extremely tight coordination between the people who are controlling the main engines. And on an aircraft carrier, there's 4 of those. And so everyone is waiting for the exact same time. And what that time is when the person who has the sound power phones on the bridge repeats whatever order, whatever officer on watch is giving him for whatever speeds he's setting things to. Well, we're doing this one time. And I was actually controlling one of the main engines now. I was one of the throttlemen. And there's 2 throttlemen in each of these engine rooms on this carrier. And so my opposite throttleman in the same room, who's controlling a main engine on the opposite side of the ship, decides that he's going to start answering the new order when he hears the officer on the bridge, which is not when we're supposed to start answering it. So we all start screaming and literally throwing things at him to get him to stop. And he's like, what? I'm like, dude, we have to be coordinated. You could kill us or other people. What are you doing?
Well, and the endeavor to explain it, you have 4 screws for an aircraft carrier, 4 propellers, right?
Yep.
So you're manning 2 of them. He's manning 2 of them. So
No,
it's
we're
like
actually manning one.
Well, you're manning 1. Okay, so you have 2. So you're manning. So if one is now moving faster,
Yeah, that's going to turn the
it's
ship.
going to turn into the boat, depending if you're on the inward or outboard. So if one is turning faster or slower, it's going to turn the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
We literally could have killed people.
God damn.
It's an incredibly dangerous thing to do. And yeah, we were just throwing and yelling at him, and he was like, "Oh, he corrected it, and no one died or anything." But like
Screwdrivers, wrenches, anything that you have
Jeez.
nearby.
Yeah,
God damn.
numerous clipboards flew at him.
Like all I got to worry about with my job is to make sure I don't lose anyone's data. God damn.
Yeah.
Well,
When you're in the Navy, it would be very easy for you to cause multiple deaths on any given day, very easily.
Jesus.
even in IT, because clearances and stuff. But Like, here's something for you though, but you also have to reset passwords. And when people like reset their password on a Friday and then go home for the weekend and can't remember what they set it to on Monday, you have to now spend half your the Monday resetting all those fucking passwords again.
It's so funny because my teams, we have like our IT group has a group room, a group chat on Teams, and like we got all these fucking tickets at 4:30 when I'm already gone. And
oh, Jesus Christ.
And there's one person left in the office. And he's like, fuck, these people always wait till 4:30 on a fucking Friday to put all these tickets in. But anyhow, 'tis the life. And I'm like, well, not my problem. I'm out of work. Goodbye. That's a Monday problem for Mike. Anywho, oh man, I love hearing
Weekend
about...
Mike doesn't care.
Nope. Especially when I have to go pick up Grayson and all this kind of shit, and have to deal with a drunk wife coming home on an Uber and all that kind of shit. But whatever. But yeah, I'm just glad that she's feeling okay to go out and like whatever.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, after
and she felt okay enough to record some videos recently. I saw that you because my wife is a singer. She's a very good singer, and she recorded a video today, and she's like, Michael, have you seen YouTube at all? I'm like, no, I've been fucking working. And then she goes, you should watch YouTube. And I'm like, okay. And then she there's a video of her. I look at the comments. There's one comment. It's Dan with a heart. I was like, well, no,
I
put another one. No, I put another one that said about the Munchkin. I said ask Mike about the Munchkin, so you know she understands. And obviously she doesn't know me for anybody else, but like I have a 14-year-old daughter.
Oh, she knows.
She actually helps me with debunking scripts and stuff like that, and she's like a huge hype person. You need a hype person. My daughter is who you want in your corner.
Yo, let's go. I love that.
And she was like, "Oh yes, Queen." I'm like, "I'm not putting that under my name."
I love it.
And she's like, "Can you at least put a heart?" I'm like, "Fine, I'll put a heart."
For anyone interested, she does show a lot of cleavage in this video, so so there you go. You can see my wife's cleavage. But go and support her. She needs to put more videos.
She's probably like, "Who's unfornicated?"
Oh, she knows. She knows. I talk about you a lot.
You're famous.
Yeah,
infamous maybe. I'm the bad influence for Mike. Well, actually, no, Reds is because Reds almost caused Mike to get divorced.
I found out I'm infamous in the household of a pair of sumerologists, which is nothing I ever expected to be able to say.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a skill. I mean, that's
yeah,
that's like resume material.
Yeah.
Apparently, they still talk about me to this day.
Interesting.
Because I did an interview with a guy, Dr. Josh Bowen, who's a sumerologist, and he's written in a lot of books. And what a lot of people have him on to talk about is slavery in the Bible, because for some reason that's become the thing he talks about online. And I happen to know that he doesn't actually super like that topic because it's horrible and depressing and whatnot. So I thought, you know what? I'll have him on for an interview where we don't talk about slavery. Instead, we'll actually just talk about the thing he actually studies, like for his academic career, like Sumerian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about like what's interesting about the Sumerian language, what's it like, all this stuff. And so I get him on and I start asking him all of these questions about like super technical linguistic things. Like, so I hear that ancient Sumerian has, we have trouble figuring out where word boundaries are. And also that the language has a split ergative alignment. Could we talk about that? And apparently that became the most intimidating interview he'd ever had.
Interesting.
And I was like, I was trying to give an easy interview that didn't have slavery in it. And instead, I apparently scared him. Oops.
Jim Daniels, for the $2, I gave her a hip yeah on one of those vids. Thank you, Jim Daniels. I appreciate that. I certainly do. She needs a little bit more. She needs to make more videos, but she also needs to use like my setup.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, here we go. Congratulations, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go, Calder. Thank you. All right. But Steve's Creepy Van, he loves his job. He genuinely loves his job. He says that I read Team AI models along with other projects such as enterprise prompt writing and agent behavior alignment. Tonight, I got a model to tell me how to use a crystal Mets baseball pipe. I mean, that's cool as fuck. That's pretty cool. We're dealing with robotics and shit like that and AI. I like, there's like, that is just so over my fucking head. So over my head that I could say is all fake. Even though I use it daily, whatever. I actually have a AI tool on my neck. I wear every day. This is called Fieldy. I fucking love it. Saves my life.
Does it help you code?
No, it helps me keep my life together. Dan, Claude is for coding. I'm gonna. This isn't a hashtag, not an ad, but it could be. Fieldy.
Yeah, I say that about cracking rum every live stream.
See, well, I haven't ever actually looked at this all day, but wife returns to work is a task that I picked up. Finalize time for Christmas dinner with dad is a task that I picked up. Check Dapper Dinosaurs dropped links is another task that I picked up. So it creates all these tasks, and you just select what you want and then make a list. Is good.
Wait, actually, I want to get your guys' opinion and chat's opinion, because I ran into something this weekend, and it's something that as a dad, I'm kind of on the fence on.
Yeah.
My 14-year-old is not feeling very Christmassy at all, and her idea to let's call it decorate for Christmas. Now, keep in mind, I don't. If I was left to my own devices, I wouldn't decorate shit because I don't really care. It's me and the dog. But I have my daughter every other day, every other weekend. She's usually big into decorating. This year, she's not. Now, hear me out. Her idea is, let's throw the tree skirt into a corner. We'll put all the gifts on the tree skirt and just call that Christmas. That's the entire decorating of the apartment, is just the tree skirt with the gifts on it.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good idea, like a brilliant idea, or if that's the ultimate mailing it in. Like, if it was my idea, I'd get chastised from everybody in my family, everybody on the internet. But if it's my daughter's, it's apparently okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, the daughters always get the fucking say, dude. Like, it's always the daughter's way. And here's what you should do is, say yes, that's a great idea. And then when she's gone, you get like a little tree, like a little 3 or 4 footer. Throw a string of lights on it, throw some garland on it, put a star on the top. Boom. That's all you gotta do.
Okay, but you could even go smaller by grabbing
Snoopy
a pine
tree,
cone.
which is one, right? Or
You
yeah,
gra-
well, we don't
grab
have
a pine cone, spray paint it green, then paint the tips of the little pokey out bits on the pine cone white, so it looks like there's like some snow that fell on it.
Oh yeah, that's
and then
nice.
put that upside down in the middle of the tree skirt as a tiny little miniature Christmas tree.
Love it.
And then watch the dog eat it.
Well, that's a lot of so.
I didn't know that there was a dog in the mix, so okay, I retract that as an option.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but it's fun, like, you know, craft.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. You know, of course, it's fun. But I mean, but
Who
here
doesn't
we are.
like spray paint?
I
Spray paint is
mean,
great.
spray paint is great. But I mean, like, take a look at my job here. We'll look at the here. This is a good view. You see that?
That's nice.
Yeah. All I did was put a fucking thing of garland up. I threw garland on this like this little string of garland on this wreath, and then I put a little bit more. I put a lot of effort into this fucking tree. Look at that tree. But you know what?
Dude, see, this is what I aim. This is what we normally do every year, and it's like she's like against it. So I'm ready to order a Snoopy tree from fucking Amazon for $20 that has one ornament on it. I can just put it down.
There you go.
See, I think what I'm actually hearing is that, Dan, you like to think of yourself as the guy who doesn't want to decorate, but actually,
no,
you
I
do
don't
wanna
want to. No,
decorate a
I
little
don't
bit.
want her to. I don't want her to have regrets. Like, oh, we should have put up the tree, and it'd be like 2 days before Christmas.
Okay.
Hey, look,
Because that would suck. Because who's going to be stuck doing it?
Hello.
And who's going to be stuck taking it down?
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll put a Snoopy tree up, call it a day. And if she doesn't like it, then she can go down to the garage and bring up the 7-footer from the garage and come up 3 flights of stairs and do it herself.
Yeah.
But then
3 flights of
somebody to do.
stairs? Okay, that changes a lot.
You
Good
got to
Lord.
leave it up for all 12 days of Christmas, though.
I'm going to leave it up till fucking February if that's the case.
Fair. Well, I mean, if you're gonna accept Russian Christmas that starts like 13 days later and also goes for 12 days, you can get 24 whole days of Christmas.
Well, I'm atheist AF, so as far as I'm concerned, it's like one of those things that, like, I mean,
Hey, that
I was
just means you
raised
get to pick
Catholic. I have a nun in
whichever
the
holiday you
family, and
want.
I just don't give a shit about any of that stuff anymore. So it's like, all right, never mind.
Well, here we go. You could do this. This is Boston Concerts.
Is that a wall
Yeah.
hanging?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't have a wall to put that on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I mean, I technically I do, but I mean, there's also, I mean, we framed Christmas vinyl albums, and that's like part of the decorations that
Oh,
I put
that's
up.
cool.
That's nice.
So we have those up because Trans-Siberian Orchestra is still something that's played every year in our house for decorating.
Sorry. Yeah, that's
Her first concert was actually Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I took her when she was 11.
no shit. That's sick.
I do actually wish people Merry Christmas for 24 days
Yeah, I
because
do
it
too.
annoys people.
Oh my god, it pisses people off.
I
so
say Happy
fucking
Holidays
much.
just to annoy everybody because I'm
Well,
like,
so
I don't know
I-
what you fucking think.
Yeah.
I see a lot of happy holidays leading up to Christmas, but then on Christmas Day, and then for the next 12 days, I will say Merry Christmas because it bugs people.
Yeah.
And I just want to annoy people who don't understand what Christmas is or how long it lasts. And then there's a day off, but
Right.
then those Christian churches that use the Julian calendar for their fixed holidays.
Oh, Little Christmas or whatever, right?
No, Little Christmas is on like the 6th, but then the 7th isn't Christmas, but then it's like the 8th, the Julian
Oh.
calendar. That's what corresponds to December 25th on the Julian calendar. And there are still some Christian churches who use the Julian calendar for their fixed holidays, which means those Christians start celebrating Christmas that day, which means I get to annoy people for another full 12 days by saying Merry Christmas.
So you take one day where you don't say it, basically.
Yeah. And then, I take off the rest of the year after that until the
course.
next December 25th.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, just to bug people. I'm like, hey, it's Christmas in Russia.
Hey, Eastern Orthodox is a religion.
It is.
There you
And
go.
a minority of them still use the Julian calendar.
All right. Real
But it's a big
Sickness. Real
minority.
Sickness says bah humbug. So we know his stance.
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
Christmas
And
is
Cygnus
fun.
isn't far from me. He's down in Jersey, so he and I can go bah humbug together at the pub.
There you go.
Look, there's a lot of fun holidays that you don't have to believe in like the stories behind them to have fun on them for.
Oh no, I have fun on any day with my daughter, but it's like she usually makes a big deal about this. So it's like to me, I'm like floored. I'm like, I don't know what to do in this case. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna change your mind in a week? Because I'm gonna be pissed if you do.
Yeah.
Backup tree. Have it hidden away in a closet somewhere.
Well,
And when
so
she's like, no, I wanted a tree. And then you're like, all right, boom, tree.
so what I like about this year is this 2025 for my whole family, the girls and me and my wife, is all about self-care, because 2024 was a horrible year for all of us. And it was a big deal when cuz last year our family tradition is that we all take a family picture of all the kids putting the star on the top of the tree. Like we've done this for the last 10 years. And last year was the first year that we just didn't do it because like we just weren't feeling it. Like it was just a terrible year. So but this year we got that picture, and we're all like we're all in therapy. We're all, taking care of ourselves. Like, my wife's been going to the gym up until her surgery, and I'm going back to the gym. Like we're all taking care of ourselves, and it's the like I used to dread coming home because like I knew that everyone is just so
Tense.
not like depressed and like all that kind of stuff. But now like I look forward to coming home, and like this year is all about fuck yeah, let's fucking do it, right? Like,
But Mike, here's the best part about that picture, though.
yeah.
You're the only one in the apartment who can reach the star.
Yeah. And Grayson's the only one fucking holding it. Like, if you guys want to, here, I'll show you a picture of, I'll show you what we're talking about here. It's
Careful of the teenagers, though.
yeah. They're a little bit more mature than the keep your eyes to yourselves. Let's see. It's right here. It's the key. Where is it? There it is. This picture right here. Look at that. Gorgeous picture. And I'm wearing shorts. Because you know why? Because living in Massachusetts and dealing with the cold, it's just something that you deal with. And my wife is wearing a fucking dress, like a short skirt kind of thing. Like, the kids are wearing short sleeves, and it's like a solid, like, I don't know, 62 degrees in this apartment. But I mean,
Yeah,
now
used
is
to
I have
Arizona
mine set for
heat.
72.
I would have like sweatpants and double hoodie.
But
Yeah.
look at the boy. Look at. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking beat this tree. with this.
That or he's gonna throw it at his mom. One of the two.
I was just glad that this was one of like 6 attempts that we got, and this was the best of the attempts. So, and
Hey,
look,
if you get good at Photoshop, you can just smorgasbord the like 5 best attempts together.
and my favorite part is look like she like this is Ariel. She's smiling. That's her smiling. And then this is my oldest. She's smiling. Look, they're happy. And like this was a big fucking deal for me. Like I looked at this picture and started crying because last year like the contrast is just so. It's like we're like a happy family again, just like we used to be. But anywho, enough being sappy and shit.
Yeah, let's make fun of flirts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's make fun of assholes.
I need more coffee to go with my rum.
My one daughter in the black looks a bit like Lizbeth. Yeah, isn't she like she's of Latin descent? No,
Lisbeth Acosta?
Yeah.
Acosta? Yeah, I think she's got some Latin America thing
Yeah.
going in there with the Acosta.
yeah, because my wife is she's Colombian and Venezuelan, so she's got that Latin blood in there. And I took her last name because I wanted continuity with the girls because their last name was Corta. So I was like, well, if I'm marrying this family, I'm not going to give them my last name. My last name is Lackey. Ugh. Imagine that. Imagine Jessica Milagros Cuartas Lackey. So, I ain't having it. But we'll wait for Dan to come back so we can to watch some Blarfy. That double sexy, just saying. Yeah. I mean, Venezuelan Colombian girls, oh my god. Wait, literally.
Actually, since we're waiting, I'm going to grab myself another drink because it's actually getting warm in this room, even though it's the middle of the winter.
Yeah, actually, I need to open up because when I have both my streaming computer and my gaming computer going, it gets real fucking hot in this little corner of mine. I'm going to open the door. I'll be right back. And I'm only 5 beverages in. Oh, is this like a oh, this must be like a screensaver. Oh, I figured it out. I figured out how to get them on top of each other. Dude, Warhammer. Like I wish that I liked Warhammer enough to like spend money on it. And like what I've heard about Warhammer is that once you start spending money on it, it's like a never-ending money pit because you want to buy all the Warhammer shit. That's what I hear. In the meantime, you should play this. What is this? I should just keep this tab open. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I gotta run.
Da 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 da. I'm wicked Burger King making flavor whoppers. I wear paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. Don't buffer fries and hot fat. It really hurt bad and so the skin grabs. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Where is the bell? Wait for the bell. Can't hear the bell. Where is the bell? Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I work at Burger King making flavor whoppers. I wear paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
What the fuck did I just come back to?
Dude,
You never heard that one, huh?
that was 2002 Flash animation. That was the original meme, dude. That was the meme before memes were memes.
Oh wait, I want to show you something because Dapper was talking about end of year awards, and we're going to be doing that also.
I hope so.
Here is the category award trophy.
Oh my god. You did it.
Nice.
Dude,
And
that's perfect.
the overall trophy is a nice tall one with it's all blue and gold with a horse's ass at the top.
Oh my god. Is that for the top left?
Well, no, I don't have a top left. I have overall the unachievement award.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And it's going to be called the Humblies. So I think we talked about calling it the Rear Admiral Horse's Ass Award or something like that.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I have a video that I need to play.
We got a question for you before you get started, Andrew. What is your favorite drink?
Beth.
Whoa, what the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck? Beth is Vlad's ex-wife. Oh.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh so hard at that, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for sharing that, Icy.
Oh wait, did people in the chat like the Warhammer? I can go back to the Warhammer if people liked that.
Did they?
There were some people who were mentioning it.
Well, I mentioned it. I was talking about Warhammer and how like all my friends that are into Warhammer have told me not to get into Warhammer because it's a money suck, and like I'll get so addicted to it, and then I'll want to spend all my money on Warhammer.
Look, it's actually cheaper to just play the video games and read the books.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just actually play like the actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't currently have a Warhammer army. I have one Warhammer model that sits on a shelf for display purposes.
As you do.
I have a few video games, and actually recorded this as a background because I did a Warhammer lore stream with two of the people that I did the Star Trek Adventures game with, because they were interested in the next campaign, and so we're getting some like lore out of the way so that they know what to do in the game if they decide to play.
I see. God damn, that's badass.
Oh, it's extremely badass.
That is. There's a mobile game that in my last corporate job, there was a bunch of IT help desk people that were playing, and like they were bitching that it was pay to win basically, and like he was trying to get like past like level like 516 or some shit. He's like, no, I can't spend another $500 on power ups and shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, what are you talking about? $500 fucking dollars.
I wish you could spend $500 and get a viable Warhammer army. You can't.
God damn. Like
I play World of Warships, so they have a Warhammer like
Oh yeah, they had like a package or something, like a DLC or something.
Yeah, well, it's not a DLC. It's more like of an annual event, like a special for a couple months or whatever. So his skins and things like that. So I never really got into it, but I mean, the funny thing is even something like World of Warships, which is just basically 5 to 10 minutes of each battle just to blow up other people's digital ships is enough that it like costs money. It's like, I don't do the whole pay to win thing. I don't pay for like the camos, all that stuff. Like, fuck it, I don't care. But the funny thing is that they had a giveaway one year at Christmas, and I ended up winning the equivalent of like $150 in their doubloons for out of a chest that I just got, and I'm like, well, shit, I guess now I got to spend it.
Beautiful. Steel City, he plays Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Yeah, that's cool and all, but do you play Hello Kitty Island Adventure in VR like I do?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you know that Hello Kitty is not a cat?
Yeah, isn't it like a fucking what animal
It's
is like a
human
fox or
girl.
something?
No, it's a human girl.
Oh, that's right.
According to the creators, she is not a cat. She's a human girl who just happens to look like a cartoon cat for some reason, apparently.
Oh, well,
It's our imagination.
and my brother's a
very
brony.
strange.
There we go. All right. No word of a lie. He has a brony shirt. Anyway, all right. Let's listen to let's play another 5 seconds of this video. All right, here we go.
Software in order to get these galaxies and possibly stars. I don't know what they're doing, but
Oh,
I'm not
fucking
doing it.
damn it. Oh, fucking damn it. And then this is when I pull up the live streams of me and Reds at the Boulevard fucking catching Saturn in real time.
Recording
but here's the thing, Mike. You notice what he said. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
That's like personal incredulity right there in a nutshell.
And you know what would have fixed that?
Yeah.
Is if he fucking just took the invitation to come down that was fully so Dapper Dinosaur, I don't know if you know this, but Red's Rhetoric offered to pay. Well, actually, it wasn't just Reds. It was a bunch of people like Jack Fetter, Jim Daniels, like all these people were offering to pay for a round trip with food and with all expenses paid, like food, transportation,
hotel, everything.
Yeah, everything paid for him to come down from Canada to Rhode Island, to the observatory that me, Boston Concerts, and Reds went to recreate what we already did. And he, like, it was a fully paid, and he was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then
it's the same thing when Dave Weiss was like, no, I'm not going to go to Antarctica, after he said that he would love to go down and see what's going on. None of them ever want to do anything that would ever test anything. The only exception that I can see where like they actually did a test, wanted to do the test, was like the guys who went, and the one woman who went down to Antarctica, and mostly it was just Jaren.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone else was mostly there because it was a free trip. I don't know why Witsit went, because like,
so I could tell you exactly why. Witsit went because Jaren didn't want to be the only flat earther that went. So Jaren said, hey, like, if I'm gonna go, like, if this is gonna be a thing, I want someone else to come with me. So he didn't want to be the only flat earther that went.
Right, but that's why Jaren requested Austin go. But why did Austin want to go?
I mean, because he was invited, maybe, from Jaren. I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question. Why did Witsit want to go?
Because he didn't act like he wanted to go.
Yeah,
like, you can see him in the footage, and he's not happy to be there.
Yeah. We had this conversation on Euromate Talks, trying to explain to Issa about people who are flat earthers who want to use science to prove that the earth is flat, to use the weapon against us that we use to prove it's globe, that they want to, that's their motivation, everything else. I honestly think, in my humble opinion, humbly, bro, that he went to Antarctica because A, it was a free trip, B, he kind of wanted to see because he didn't think it was going to happen. And by agreeing he didn't think it was going to happen. So for him, the only way he loses is if there's no clouds, there's no cancellation, there's no anything else. Like, he had in his mind, there's a 1 in a million chance that this does not happen, or that this happens to where I would have to admit to a 24-hour sun. And that's what happened.
Yeah. It was 9/11 blue sky, right? Is that what we call it? That's what David Weiss calls it. Yeah.
By the way, Weiss also seems to think that Cambridge is not in Massachusetts, but in Canada during his last tirade with Vicaster.
Stop. He lives in fucking Connecticut.
Shit you not.
I go to Cambridge all the time to go to Micro Center. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's where I got my GPU and my RAM.
I used to live in Somerville. I used to work in Cambridge. I used to walk
Yeah.
6 miles.
Somerville. God damn. I saw Somerville was the only place that I saw the most amount of drugs I've ever seen in my life.
Drugs?
Broken Time brings
Drugs,
up
yeah.
something interesting though.
Like
Austin's-
Molly and all that kind of shit. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Austin scammed every cent he could out of Will. Maybe it was just that. Maybe he just wanted to see how much money he could get Will to pay for him, as that's how we got his jollies that day. Because he made so many fucking absurd demands.
Yeah.
That it seemed like they were all designed to get Will to say, "Well, no, fuck off." Except he didn't. He was just like, "Yeah, okay, I'll pay for that."
Exactly.
Yeah, that was his get out. He was like, they don't want me there because they know I'm going to prove it. I mean, it's going to be a win. It was the same reason, like anything that's ambiguous would be a win.
Yeah.
Anything that is not definitive is a win for them.
Yeah, and well catered. Yeah, exactly.
Too bad it was pretty damn definitive.
Weiss is just a mildly clever snake oil salesman. Yep, Donnie, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah, and as Viper said, Witsit wasn't even ready to go on the last damn day. He was streaming, asking for money, and he still needed the pack.
And
he
thought
had
he
to
was
bring
just
his
going to go
platypus
pick up
backpack for the mechanical gyro that he was going to buy at the surplus store and
pick up a mechanical gyro. You know, you just go get those at the store. It's fine. I got 3 yesterday. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you
Just
just
put them in their pocket.
pick them up at Walmart and Punta Arenas, of course. Use ECC RAM or regret it later. I have ECC RAM in my NAS server. I don't have.
I don't want to hear about your NADs.
My gaming motherboard doesn't support ECC RAM. Come on. Like, I'm not gonna regret having non-ECC RAM in my fucking gaming rig. That's for sure. Anywho, all right. All right, let's continue.
And I'm not saying that you're being. So I really don't think you're being dishonest. I think you're going out with the equipment you have and getting results you are. So, but the question I'm having is, you're getting different results than basically everyone else, right? And that doesn't make you wrong. That could make everyone else wrong. But how would you tell the difference between just you being wrong or all of the other people being wrong? Like,
they don't record videos of stars. I do individual stars.
Okay, but what would that do? If they recorded a video with their,
Well,
let's say,
they have to come out and say that what these stars actually are. Because again, you go to Google or NASA, you can type in the star Sirius. It's just going to be a bright bluish white light.
Right.
Yep,
That's
what it is.
Because
that's what we see from Earth.
So my question is,
but that's not the star Sirius.
So what I looked at, so what I saw was
when
a
I
bright
asked
dot.
him
That might
this-
not be what it really is.
It was really weird because even now, I don't understand what Mikey thinks taking a video of a point of light is going to show that a photograph wouldn't, like a single photograph wouldn't show. Because ultimately,
he doesn't understand the video is just
photographs.
pictures in frame rate. And Astronomy Live has tried to prove that to him. He gave him a time lapse of long exposure films put into a film for him in a
On
video
film,
form that was
on
like
physical film.
It was like 1 frame per minute, and then he sped it up.
Well, what I'm expecting, what he's
It's so
expecting
frustrating.
is for because these videos of stars that he gets is what he gets from Sirius, right? Is the twinkling effect
And Venus, he got it on Venus too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the twinkling effect where the light is separated, right? By in his
And it's clearly separated by wavelength.
Yeah,
So there's some kind of optical effect going on.
Yeah, it's the lube that's on his lens.
But Dapper, you bring up a very valid point. If you're getting something different from everybody else, a self-aware person would sit there and think, maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Am I out of touch? No, it's the
But
children
main
who are
character
wrong.
syndrome Mikey thinks that everybody else is doing wrong, and he's the only person in the history of the entire world, regardless of what mud flood or
It's
reset you're talking
true.
about, who has ever taken a picture of a star.
He says it explicitly that he's the only one who knows what's going
Yes.
on. He's the only one who's taken a real picture of the real stars. And like, how do you get to that conclusion? How do you become that confident while admittedly having a 5th grade education?
This is why he annoys me to no end, to be honest with you. And I don't have a soft spot in my heart like Mike does for Mike.
Yeah, I have a soft spot.
like Mike and Toon, they have soft spots for Mikey. I personally, it's like he's up there with Witsit for me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Because the main character syndrome in that is so like he honestly thinks everything revolves around him. Like from the town to the country to the world to flat earth to everything.
So speaking of Witsit, Dapper, did you know that I have Witsit's autograph?
I did not.
Did you?
Congratulations. That's
Well,
going to be worth nothing
hold
in
on.
years.
Hold on.
No, that's true. Not true.
No, well, hold on. You have to
Okay.
know what it's on.
Okay,
So-
what is it on?
So I have. I don't know where they are right now. They're in here somewhere.
Well, actually, you don't have it for much longer.
No, I don't. So but I'm still waiting on the PO box information for grounded extracts. But so I
That's 'cause
have.
You didn't write it down when he read it off to you.
Oh, he read it off to me. I guess I'll just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did. But
that's when I found out he's in Albany. He's only 90 minutes from me, and I might be able to guest star as a part.
yeah, he's on my way to see my dad, and when he's So not only do I have it, so I went to DebateCon 5 in New Jersey, and I have it here. That's FTFE. Where's Witsits? There it is. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera on Zoom, but I have Witsits autograph here. However, because he was obligated to sign that. However, I have a series of Witsit mugshot playing cards that were.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, I think Peter Markley actually made them, didn't he?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Yeah. So I went and I laminated all of the playing cards. I got them. I went to Staples. I went to New Jersey. In New Jersey, I got them laminated. So I went up to Witsit after FTFE, directly after FTFE sat down next to him and just completely fucking annihilated him.
Witsit was feeling low and lonely.
Yes. So I went up to him and I said, "Hey, I have a channel and these people want me to get your signature on one of these cards." And I present to him this card, which is him getting arrested at Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Can you please sign it?" And he fucking signed it, dude.
Nice.
And he signed it. So because Grounded Extracts does such a good job of parodying him, I had him on my show a couple of weeks ago, and I said I'm going to send him these things with Austin's autograph on them.
Nice.
I just need to get those sent out. But yeah, I got his autograph on his fucking mugshot playing card.
Amazing.
But here's the part about main character syndrome, because I honestly think that Witsit submitted that what's the YouTube channel, audit the something where they grade the interactions between people and police.
Oh yeah, like the auditor YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
something like that. So
like First
I
Amendment
think he
auditors or
actually
some shit.
submitted it, and they gave him an F.
Yeah, well,
First Amendment auditor.
the thing is, look,
I have that screenshot actually.
The First Amendment auditor community, I think, started out with like a decent idea, right? Like,
yeah,
hey, there's a lot of cops out there who violate people's rights pretty much daily, and we should document that because it's a public good for people to know just how frequently it is that cops do things that are in fact illegal.
Right.
Great. But it very quickly just turned into like, what if I just break laws that I don't know are laws because I'm an idiot who purposefully doesn't look into it, and then complain when the cops please get me to try to stop doing illegal shit. And it's like, that's a lot of what it seems to have become. It's just like, I'm just going to go break public nuisance and decency laws and noise ordinances and all this shit and record when the cops try to stop me from doing things that, like, they might not be criminal offenses, but they're at least like, you know, like city ordinances, civil offenses.
Right.
And like, yeah, that's just you being a dick in front of cops. That's what are you doing?
Right. What do you expect to happen?
Exactly.
Whereas on the other hand, I love that, you know, we have everyone with cell phones. So like anytime the cops decide that they're going to like pull someone over for like holding a bit of weed in some state where that's still illegal, and they decide to beat the shit out of him. Now it's on camera.
I mean, yeah, that's
great.
terrible. That's terrible.
That's
Why is that still illegal? But I digress. Never mind.
well, it's for stupid reasons. There are no good reasons.
It's
only bad.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go back to Reagan and the gateway drug and all that stupid shit. But whatever.
Like,
I was alive for that.
I super funny. I mean, I don't know how funny it is, but the last time I went to the depository, or I'm sorry, what is it called?
Dispensary.
Jesus Christ,
Dispensary,
fucking Christ. So there's
Depository.
sorry, I'm 6 Trulies in. So
I went to the toilet.
Yeah. so I went to the dispensary, and as I'm going in to buy some fucking weed, this dude is walking out. He's like, you know, I have a class 4 felony because of this shit. Like, and he's like,
yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? And like everyone's like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Like I'm here buying marijuana, right? Like in a fucking store, and this guy is still dealing with a fucking felony in Massachusetts for selling weed. Like, come
and you know,
on,
the governor could just say, hey, everyone who's ever been convicted of drug offenses for marijuana,
yeah, he's good.
I'm just gonna pardon all those drug offenses.
Yeah, off the record. Off the record, because I mean, God knows how difficult
Expunge the records and move on.
Yeah, God knows how difficult it is for this guy to get a job. You know, I mean, obviously he must have had a job because he looked very nice and put together. But still, I mean, like, because I mean, if you have felony on your record, like, good luck finding like a decent job at like even in a corporate office. Like, good fucking luck. Like, it's just stupid.
But here's the thing: like, I used to drive to Massachusetts before it was legal in New York, or they legalized it in New York, but they didn't have any dispensaries because New York does things backwards. Yeah, depositories. So I used to go up to Great Barrington and hit the dispensary up there, or I would have care packages sent from California, where I was born and raised. My sister still lives. So it's been something that's been kind of like part of like the culture for the longest time, and it's like, now they finally have dispensaries here. I still refuse to go to New York dispensaries because it's such a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. See, that's a bummer. See, that's why I could never leave. Like, I could never move to Queensbury. As much as I want to be neighbors with my dad, I wouldn't be able to go there just because, like, it's just so fucking awful up there. But whatever.
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot to like about the state, but there's also a lot that's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, well, I mean, Andy, he lives in upstate New York, and I gotta tell you, he has not much nice to say about it because I mean, there's upstate New York and then there's New York City. Yes. And there, what upstate New York is subject to is New York City laws and taxes and all that kind of shit. It's like, but they're two different fucking areas, and they need to be treated as such, you know.
See, I'm close enough to New York City, so Dapper, I live coincidentally over by West Point, which is great during the weekends like this, where I can drive around with Go Navy signs on my car as I pass, West Point multiple times a day, and
just troll them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I'm close enough to the city to where I get the benefits of the city of like pay. And then to me, it's not that much of a stretch to say, okay, well, I have to have the punishments of the city, so to speak. Andy lives 4 fucking hours from.
Yeah.
And he has to deal with the same shit. And he's not even anywhere near.
Like he lives in fucking rural bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah, he's out in Finger Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a half hour away.
He's like
from...
west of Finger Lakes.
Yeah, he's east of the Finger Lakes. A little bit, because when I went to Lake Erie for the streamer camp, it took me like a half hour to get there from his place. So like he's in the middle of nowhere. Like his Walmart is a Dollar General. Like, and to go grocery shopping, they have to drive a solid 45 minutes to go to Wegmans. So like, yeah, it's not like he's in the middle of nowhere, and he's subject to the same fucking bullshit that the city is subjected to. So whatever.
To go grocery shopping, I walk out the door and I take a few turns and I show up at the grocery store.
Yeah,
and I walk back.
Yeah, same.
I can buy frozen food in the height of summer in Arizona and get it back to my house before it thaws because I'm close enough to the grocery store. Walking. Walking. I don't have to take a car.
Yeah, that's why you'll never find me in a rural area. Never, ever. I like having.
No, if there's no pizza delivery, then I'm never gonna live there. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Well, hold on. There's pizza delivery in the middle of nowhere. However, if it's two restaurants that I have to, if there's a good one that I have to choose from,
right? I mean,
don't get that one. Get this one.
Is there indoor plumbing? I mean, come on. This is the parts that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, indoor plumbing is really important.
All right, guys. I hate to do this, but I gotta wrap this up, you guys. I gotta.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. It's what is it? It's 10 o'clock for you. 10:30.
It's 10:30. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me and Dan, it's 12:30. I know Dan's good till like 4 a.m. But
yeah, my live streams usually go 6 hours, and it's supposed to be an hour.
How long is mine? 3.5 hours. That's not bad, right? That's not bad.
Oh, you're doing good. It says 3 hours on it. You're good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta. I see.
You wait 25 minutes, it'll click over the 4.
Whoops. Wait, hold on. I gotta do stop share. But guys, Dapper Dinosaur, I super appreciate you coming on. I know we're gonna watch a video, but our conversation, but this is like the first conversation we've ever had. Yeah. So like this was a lot of fucking fun. I really appreciate you being on, dude.
Yeah, I had fun too.
And talking to other content creators is always fun too, because it's like, it's you get to know them. Like most of them are pretty genuine in their channels, but do you get to know a little bit more about them? And if by knowing a little bit more about them, it's like, oh, okay, like I'm sub to Dan. I almost called him Dan, to Dapper's channel, but it's like I also am sub to like every other content creator who does any sort of debunking left and right.
Right.
So I don't always get to watch videos, but it's like, oh wait, Dapper's up. Let me go see his live stream and stuff like that. So I'll be tuning in for the for his end of year awards, because I'll be doing my own too.
Yeah, that's the Cambrian Bunny Awards, and it's for creationists. Although, you know what? I will publicly announce it here first. You get the scoop. I'm also instituting the Dapper Dinosaur Peace Award. Because if FIFA can do it, I can do it too.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
I agree. I will be accepting bribes for winning the award starting now.
We love bribes. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. So if you want to win the Dapper Dinosaur Peace Award, just bribe me enough. And if no one bribes me enough, I'm going to give it to Vladimir Putin.
So the categories I'm working with right now is the best use of crayon apart from eating it. Nice. So that's gonna be like the worst diagram, map, or visual proof of anything. Math. So worst calculations.
Ooh, love it.
Still beating that dead horse, recycling long debunked claims.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So think 1984 rigid aircraft, linear aircraft model, things like that.
Oh yes, I love it.
We're going to be doing the cherry picking champion for most selective use of evidence.
All right.
Nice.
We're going to have the power of nuh-uh, the best denial in the face of overwhelming evidence. Now, I think there's already a winner in this one.
Yeah.
Reds and Debunk, because Reds dog walked him through math and about different, observations and angles. Mm-hmm. And said, which one do you agree with? The one that comports with reality and has no contradictions, or the one that is full of contradictions and doesn't comport with reality? And Debunk says the latter.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So there's a serious front runner in that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we also have the Friendly Fire Award, which is the most epic alienation of their own community.
Nice.
Okay.
And I think we have a front runner there too, but there are some runners for that.
I think
you have a lot more categories than I do.
Yeah, can that go for both sides, Glober and Flat Earth?
Yeah, that can go for both.
Because I have a nominee.
I know you do, and there's going to be multiple nominees, and it's going to be basically along the lines of people like Arwin, who hold his stream hostage, saying, if you don't give me any sort of donations, and I'm not going to be back here tomorrow. And then he's back there tomorrow.
Oh no. Every time he says something like that, I'm just like, oh please, Arwin, no, don't go.
Well, it's an empty threat. But then we also have Dearth, who alienated almost all of Flat Earth. I mean, that's a big front runner too.
Wait, don't I have a thing?
No.
Oh no. I didn't save it. I didn't save it. Oh no! It's Dearth. Is Dearth saying that all flat earthers are assholes or idiots or something?
Yep.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. So and then we have the Horse's Ass, the Rear Admiral Horse's Ass Award for the greatest underachievement for the year.
Oh.
And again, this isn't just flat Earth.
Well, when's that one?
This is the chemtrails. This is the 5G body weapons. It's open across all conspiracies, and everyone can submit their nominations. And then I will pick out the nominations. They'll be voting for a week, and then the last week of the year, we will go ahead and present awards like this to them.
Love it.
If they want, I'll actually email it out. But otherwise, it's just going to sit on my shelf till next year.
What else? How do we?
I've only got a few categories. You got a whole bunch. I'm impressed.
How do we go about voting, Dan?
Well, as soon as I get the nominations and I put them together, I'm going to have I'll have a nomination stream, so to speak.
Nice.
And then I will have on Discord and also people can email who their nominations or who their votes are for, and I will consolidate them, and we will have winners.
Perfect. And if you're looking for multiple creators to join you on that, please give me a date and time, and I'll put it on the calendar.
Yes,
And I'll make sure
I am looking to have a lot of people. So you guys are both obviously invited because Dapper likes annoying people. So this is like right up my alley. It's like what I do on my channel more than anything is annoy the fuck out of people.
I love it.
There's a category of people I like to annoy. It's not just everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, I tend to like to annoy everybody, but
it's the people who I think deserve it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I sit, but yeah. So we're gonna have we're gonna have some awards. So everyone who's in chat who wants to be part of that, it's in the Unfornicated Discord, or will be, or if not, unfornicated@gmail.com, and I will take care of it.
I love it.
Or send it directly to Mike, because Mike's gonna be on the channel anyway, and he can add his votes and nominations for that too.
Yes.
There you go, Mike. I added you to the admin assistant role.
Yo, let's go. All right. We'll make it legit.
Awesome. And my awards, we actually wait until the year is over, just in case someone comes in at the end of December and like sweeps away all the other people. And so yeah, we have a nomination in January, and then we have our actual award stream in February. We have voting, and I think I'm just going to put up polls on my community tab. So just head over there. We only have.
I should actually probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it works pretty well.
Multiple places. Yeah.
Our categories are worst argument.
Okay.
These are restricted to young Earth creationists. So we have worst argument. We have worst use of the English language, which is just for just atrocious grammar, spelling, formatting, whatever. We have worst behaved for things like when a creationist gets convicted for beating his wife, which is one of the ones we've had. But then, because I like to end things on a nice note, we have best overall for whoever we think is the creationist who's done the least heinous nonsense, or who has been the best overall. And so like
the best and the worst is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think like Peter Markley was at least nominated last year, because he's doing a lot of good work on the whole young Earth the flat Earth thing, and apparently he's not a young Earth creationist anymore, so he doesn't even qualify.
Yeah.
But we picked one person who is on like a one-woman crusade to increase the acceptance of LGBTQ people among evangelicals, and we were like, hey, you know what?
Wow.
I would much rather live in a world where all of the evangelicals are accepting and young Earth creationists than in a world where they stop being young Earth creationists but stay bigots.
Right.
So like, hey, good on you. So yeah, we like to have a positive one to end on, and usually we can find someone who we can say like unironically like, yes, this person is. We like this one. This one seems like a decent person, even if they have some weird, crazy beliefs about the age of the Earth. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess science denial is a crime in its own right, but I mean, there are worse ones that can be piled onto that.
Oh, by far. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I think science is bullshit and that, the Earth is only 6,000 years old. But, I'm, helping the homeless or feeding people or something.
Right.
And then there's the other guy who's like, yeah, I was just convicted for, shoving my wife into a wall because she decided that she was suspicious of my very probable gay lover that I'm cheating on her with.
Damn.
Which is literally a thing that happened with one of the creationists.
Damn. Yeah, I'd say that's
yeah.
that's
And I wouldn't super care that it was a gay lover, except that, he's called for the death penalty against people who are homosexuals. So, like,
Oh, was it Arwen?
Yeah. No, the Kent Hovind.
Oh.
I'm very, very, very confident that Ken Hovind was having sex with his old tech guy, Steve.
Interesting. All right.
Wow.
Yep.
Very,
I'm
very
not actually allowed to say all the reasons that I think that.
Yeah, I got you.
But you
I am
personally have
very-
overwhelming evidence.
I wouldn't call it overwhelming, but I'm at like
Compelling.
Very compelling. Very compelling.
I like
yes.
compelling.
Multiple directions of compelling evidence. Some of which I actually can say, like his porn studio was found, and he also when Kent's team came to destroy evidence of criminal wrongdoing in that house, which is a thing they did. Apparently there was just gay porn on a loop on his computer for one thing.
Way.
Yeah.
No shit.
Did his porn studio have a pepper mill?
I don't know. I know that it had an X-shaped cross with handcuffs that was used with the secretary at Dinosaur Adventureland, which is why she's no longer there. And she was married to a different guy.
No way.
So that's like the Secretary movie playing out.
Oh
in
my
real
god,
life.
that was a great movie. That was a great movie.
It turns out that underneath the clean cut Christian exterior of Dinosaur Adventureland, which is where Kent lives now,
Yeah.
that there's a whole lot of seedy drug and porn, and also I'll say this: Kent Hovind facilitated the
I know where you're going with that.
of the overnight stay of a convicted child abuser with a child in a house that was largely unfurnished on a single mattress, which was the only place to sleep in the entire place.
No
and
way.
that child then alleges that he was in fact abused during that time. So, like, do you not think that Kent Hovind is what he presents himself as, which is sort of like a little grandpa figure who has some corny jokes?
I never.
Because he is a absolute piece of shit.
Oh, absolutely. I've known that for a few years now.
I didn't know that. I the only thing I know about Ken Hovind is what Simon Dan and Professor Dave has told me about him, and I gotta tell you, I mean, as much as that's not surprising, like that brings me back to like Donnie Darko, where that fucking where Patrick Swayze, was like this self-help kind of guy, like super like chill, but then like he has like a child whatever dungeon that gets exposed when Donnie fucking burns his house down and shit. Like that oh Jesus Christ, that shit's fucking real. God damn. But anywho, on a lighter note, I'm gonna go sleep.
On a lighter note,
yeah.
Stay tuned for end of year awards, basically.
Yeah, dude, holy shit. But yeah, so Dapper Dinosaur, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, and thank you for hopping in my chat. And I'm glad that I came up on your feed last night, and this could be the beginning of great things. And Dan,
you came up on one of my alts feeds that I use for lurking around when I don't want to be recognized.
Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. and Dan, thank you for coming on. And I love hearing about military stuff because I'm so disconnected from military, so I always love to hear about that shit. And,
well, the unwrapped one, you should actually look up like videos and pictures because you'll
crazy.
look at it like, what the fuck? I mean, you're talking about 1,000-foot ships that are like going at 10, 15 knots next to another ship while they're still moving.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pumping gas and moving goods, and helicopters are lifting goods, and there's also carriages going across cables and stuff like that of goods, and it's
damn.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
like
fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for coming on, and I look forward to working with you guys more often. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, bye.
Take it easy.
All right. Well, that was fucking fun. If you guys didn't have fun, then I don't know what you guys were watching. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm up to 2580. That's 20 new subs today, just today, guys. So thank you guys so much. All the new faces. I love to see new faces. Yeah, yeah, Dapper's channel is cool as fuck. It looks like he does get into a little bit of politics and stuff like that, and which is fantastic because I do not get into politics. So if you're into politics, definitely check out Dapper Dinosaur, Debate Hub, Debate. What is it? What was it? Debate Pub also looked like a lot of fun. All right, so I'm gonna was no fun at all. Perfect. I love it. Thank you for hanging out though. You've been here the entire time, Donnie. So goes would have been funner. Yeah, but Andy doesn't like to come on anymore, and he doesn't like Ghost videos anymore. But anywho, so I'm gonna let you guys go here. I have a lot of shit I gotta do tomorrow. I'm going to the gym at 9 in 8 hours to be exact. And then I'm going on a date with my wife, and then we're going. Tomorrow's a busy day. Tomorrow's a very busy day. So awesome show tonight with awesome guests too. Thank you, Probing Time. I appreciate that. You know, spank it. I'm probably gonna spank it just because my wife is passed out, my son's passed out, so I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, pee real quick, pull a Fapzoid, and then just go to bed, and then just call it. Thank you, Steel City. Yes, I'm strange. Well, we'll see. She's still crippled. So we do what we gotta do. Can you think of me while you're peeing? I certainly will. Cody, I think of you. Don't want to know what I think about you while I'm doing. Yeah, whatever. Wangsoid, yeah. Called her. Oh, just kidding. I'm literally just gonna go lay down and pass the fuck out. But anyway, all right, I will see you guys maybe on Sunday with some gaming, because I still have a shit ton of fucking games. Like, look at all these games I have to play. I got these 5 games. I got Total Chaos, which looks like a lot of fucking fun. The Gretlo tapes, because I want to get some good shit. Backyard Digger, News Tower, like these are all kind of like just games that I play just fucking for the fuck of it. Exit 8, Platform 8, gotta play those. Slay the Princess, Milk Inside a Bag, Milk Inside a Bag. Okay, whatever. Okay, but anywho, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I will see you guys. Play the video I sent you. Oh, hold on.
Dean, you might try, but you can't stop me. I am the devil, Satan himself, in conjunction with Agape Fellowship and MC Toon Industries, and along with Prince of Darkness Revolutions, we have joined forces to complete the globe deception. As you can clearly see,
oh my God,
I am currently in the middle of one of the greatest deceptions ever. I am in the sky in Antarctica, pretending to be the sun, going backwards to help my good buddy, Pastor Will Duffy. I just light up this huge area of Earth and make myself look like the sun. But I am not the real son, Dean Odell. But you know that. By golly, you're from Alabama. You see, Dean, as you well know, I can be anything I want to be. Full permission has been granted to me.
Satan made this.
Tonight, when you have sex with your wife, that won't really be her. It actually will be me. Yes, I can pretend to be the son, or I can pretend to be your wife.
Oh my God.
Just wait till God finds out. You've been having sex with the King of Darkness. I think an eternity with me.
I knew it.
Sounds like just punishment for getting pegged by Satan himself. Yes, I can be anything I want to be. You know those sunglasses you wear?
Jesus Christ. All right. Oh shit. I'm sure the rest is amazing, Icy Spin. But I'm gonna leave it there. But we are going to finish off with another fucking bang ass. That a banger. There we go. All right. It is really good. All right. I gotta go though. I love you guys. This is another Icy Spin fucking gay. Listen, I gotta go. I gotta piss like a fucking racehorse. All right, I love you guys. Deuces. Bye.
What the fuck? Why am I mited?
Okay, bye.
I have the answer. Reality program spots real background. DNA junk. Yes, Salem science trials. Science isn't done at all. How do you do science? DNA live at riding on eggshells. Show us science boys at Triage 94. What the fuck is science? Word solve. Isn't science at Triage 94? Why am I mighty? It's my witch trial. They get paid, cops, lawyers, jails, all get paid for convictions, not for innocent siblings and twins and bad science, weird science. What's evidence? Expert on DNA. If you don't make it, what's DNA? How many chemicals are we made of, guys? Try 9-4. Why you not answer anything truthfully? Try 9-4. It's shit. What are you talking about? Test. Learn to read. What the fuck? Look up. Lot there. What are you using? Agree science, which you're a science, which you can't even do science. What the fuck is science for? It's science. Ash, eggs, you're dumb as fuck, is all you can't comprehend. I don't wanna fight you, silly, I just wonder where you guys find out what science is. Simple question. It's try it. Please ask what the fuck is science out loud for me. Try it, 9-4. Let's go. Drop it. No, I'm muted. Oh yes, mine's red. I'm muted, goofy, what the fuck? No, I'm red. Riggs does it, it's a mute glitch. So you can't see I'm muted. At Debunk, you might try reconnecting Discord, only he can. Try now, little man. Kentucky wild man is Bigfoot, la la. Little people, 1 foot.